Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I rarely say anything that I don't think is vital to the future of you all, to us all, to all of us all. So, I just had a little devilish thought as goes from it. While I'm waiting, I had that little clip playing. I got to make up a new one. I'm going to make up a new intro for Thursday Night Zoo. That's, I think, what we're going to go with. Thursday Night Zoo. So you're going to make up a new intro for that. So I got that. But you play the clip, right? In the back thing, in your back office thing in StreamYard, you play the clip, and the only thing is you click go live, and it says, and you get all psyched up. You click the button, you click live, and it goes, and it's, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. I just clicked it, and they do the same thing when you click it at the end as well. It's not fun. It's not funny. So I click it, right? So you get the thing, and I kind of boogie away to it because I do. That's because I. And then at the end of it, when you go, you have to click yourself, and then boom, you go on the screen, bang. And if you, sometimes I miss, I'm late, boom, but you expect it. But I got two other people here waiting for it. I could have just jumped one of those in, poof, without them knowing. I was like, and they were like, what? But I didn't do that. But I thought that'd be a bit dickish, really, a bit dickish. But basically, there are three quadrants as defined by was it Trey Parker, the South Park people? I got to watch that South Park Pandemic special. I haven't seen it yet. There are three quadrants as defined by I think Trey Parker, whatever his name is, Matt, whatever his name is. You can either be a dick, an arsehole, or a pussy, right? You can either be a dick, and I kind of see that. I see the qualitative difference between all three of those states. I'm more of a I'm a bit of a dick, right? I'm a bit of a dick, but I'm dick. But I express my dickishness in being an arsehole. If you understand, that's kind of what I am maliciously arsehole-ish, which I guess is a bit of a dick move, right? That's a bit of a dick move. Fine. So we're waiting on Noel and whoever is in his team. If he doesn't show up, I think we might win. Oh, someone's here. Noel's here as well. Fine. So let's start bringing people on. First, we have congenial host. Birmingham is a place blessed with royalty, blessed with regalness, blessed with people of regal stature, but none more regal, none more gracious, none more who should be cloaked in robes of regal purple than Birmingham's own King of the Deek. It's Dan Hadley. How are you, Dan? Your royalty doesn't give a shit. They can do that sort of stuff.
Harry's got nothing on me. Good evening. Yes. Yeah, I was just enjoying you psychoanalyzing yourself there, Rabbi. Absolutely fascinating. I
am my own favourite subject, and that is true.
I just want to try and make sure that I don't come off all blurry in this. There we are.
Okay. Well, you're pretty blurry now. You're just a circle.
That's even worse. There we are. Sorry, viewers. Is that any better? You see right up my nose now, can't you? It's very clean.
I can if I chose to, but I think I might give that one a miss. Call me crazy.
You're not that much of an asshole, are you? Now, yes,
I'm not.
Have you had a good evening, Rabbi? I hear that things are
yes, I have. Yes, I have. It's settling in that the Comic-Con, while excruciating to watch, I mean, just excruciating. And amazingly, they kept pointing out the absolute worst bits that they did. I mean, the times they fucked up. I'm demonetizing the stream now because it's clearly going to happen. But the times they fucked up the absolute most. They're like, look at that. Yeah. Hey, remember the mental health episode? We're like, no, darling.
That's the bit I caught where they were boasting about how well they handled mental health.
Yeah, please. Well, they would know from people who lack of it. Mandy look pretty hot tonight. I'm not normally turned on by her. She looked pretty good.
Oh, that girl. Yes. Yes.
Well, it would feel like sleeping with a retarded girl. You would feel kind of guilty.
Yeah, I think you've run out of things to talk about pretty damn quick. But yeah, she's very good.
That's certainly true. Fine. You know who knows about truth? You know, as a person out there who knows about truth to a level that. And by the way, you should know in my graphic novel, where do I copy that? Biblical. In the when I did it in a Indiegogo, which I was successful at, I've reached a stretch goal in which I put an extra story in which I portrayed myself as truth. And turns out truth was a bit of a dick.
I love it. Is the Alfred Hitchcock?
I'll put it the PDF. It's easier to see.
It's like your Rod Serling and Hitchcock rolled into one.
Oh yeah, no, I put myself in everything, and my kids as well. I put that stuff in it. That's it. So opening, what piece of software? Oh yeah, now it's opening.
Wow.
I was opening on bloody Adobe Reader. I hate Adobe Reader. Adobe Premiere, the preview, the Mac preview, a billion times better. Adobe Premiere is like Adobe Acrobat Reader is a piece of shit. Oh, there we go.
Some of them are a bit of a chore to open, aren't they? God, look at.
Yeah. Here we go. So I just worked out again. I'm really quite happy. I decided to do an Indiegogo with this, but I got to give it a new cover, a new identity, right? Because this one was basically done for the horror crowd, and it worked for them. Hang on, there you go, and it worked for them. Yeah, they kind of went, they went for it, but be more authentic. I think it's got to have something like a did you ever see the Sandman covers, the early Sandman covers?
Yeah. The Dave McKean.
So I finally been trying to think. Well, I got to think of something, and I finally thought of something that was that would work. 1 second, biblical. Blah blah. Yeah. So here I am. I'm playing truth, right? So this is a story. This is an ancient Jewish parable. It's like you have. I got to be quick because we can't get behind. So you have truth. Truth. So God's thinking of creating the universe, right? Creating the world, and so truth says that's a terrible idea. Yeah, it's going to have people in it, and people are really bad. People. He argues about how terrible people are. And what terrible things they will do, and they're like, "Yeah, okay." It makes a good argument. So then God takes truth and he throws them down to earth, right? Flow down to earth, and he hits earth, and he shatters into a billion pieces, and those billion pieces shatter into a billion pieces, and a bit of truth gets into everything. That's why every philosophy to stand to exist will have a bit of truth in it.
That looks incredible.
So there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Really good.
Yeah, let me keep bringing people on because I'm really behind now. Todd's Truth. How are you, sir?
Speaking of truth,
exactly. That was the segue before I got called up talking about my favorite topic. What's my favorite topic? It's me.
That's my favorite topic too. Me. Yes.
One of my favorite jokes. Why did Michael Jackson like 25-year-olds? Because there are 20 of them.
Oh dear. Is that what they call spicy? I'm trying to pick up the language. It's called
Friday Night at the Rabbi's, baby. Friday Night at the Rabbi's. That's what it's like.
Oh my word! And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of the stream.
We're just revving up. We've got 2 shows to shoot. Okay, and I've got to get up in the morning to do my insanely long prayers tomorrow. Like that. Fine. Moving right along. We're going to move right along into a zone, not the Phantom Zone, although we do kind of look like we're in the help me. Kind of look like we're in the Phantom Zone. We're not going to the Phantom Zone. That would be a bad place. We're not even going to go, to the Superman the movie Phantom Zone, which was, I can't remember what that was like. It was just kind of white, wasn't it? I don't remember. Some comic guy will explain it to me. We're going to go not to the Phantom Zone. We're going to go to a zone that's bigger on the inside. And there's a few hearts that are big on the inside. Then Noel's on the Tardis Zone. Noel, how are you, sir?
I'm very good. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Oh, very good. I'm good. I'm just trying to organise my teammates. Super John, I've actually sent you a DM on Twitter. If you could give it a read there, please. I'd really appreciate it.
Let's well, we just lost one of the guests. I think it's going to be back at 9. Hopefully, that was the guest for the next show. Fine. Hopefully, Super John will be here shortly. I tell you what. As we're treading water, this is always worth playing, isn't it?
Don't recognise me. Is it the hair?
No one is watching this season anyway.
Well, what can you do?
Well, that's reasonably true. No, that's reasonably true now, isn't it?
Did you see how many people watching the stream?
That's far more exciting.
What's more exciting?
I said after watching the panel, I said that's far more exciting.
How long were they on for? All in all,
they
how long
are
were they on
such
for?
dummies.
40 minutes, 45 minutes. It was very fast panel. Looked like it was put together shabbily, and it ended abruptly. The last question that was asked about filming, and it hasn't gone into filming.
Yes,
and they hope to get to filming this year, which means they ain't getting to filming this year. They ain't getting to filming until they see the audience appreciation data from the next episode, which is gonna be awful. Unless
do us a favour, pal. My teammate is Super John, so could you send him the link?
Oh, fine. How do I send it to him? Fine.
Well, he's on Twitter. He's Real Super John. You follow us, Real Super Doctor. I think you follow him on.
Here we go. Real. Yeah. There you go. Got it.
He's my teammate this week.
And link said, but now. By the way, I've been really efficient. Really efficient. I've got Resurrection of the Daleks uploaded already to my server for Saturday night. We're ready to go right there. I got Alien Special Edition uploaded to the server. Boom, ready to go. And in standard depth, right? I got that. And I was unable to download a copy of Alien. For Father Christopher Miller, I'm going to rip from my Blu-ray tonight a copy of the original Alien, the theatrical cut, and not the Ridley Scott director's cut, because that will contradict Alien to a certain extent.
Oh, I see. It's you do realise that he may well convert after you do that for him. Where are we? So, or not? Maybe not. But it's a good gag.
Right, fine. Let me just rearrange everyone. So, hey, Super John, how you doing, mate?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm going to put you there. And I am going to go
Real Super Doctor.
Yeah, so it's an Irishman versus an Irishman and a Scotsman.
Yeah.
And where's Todd from? Sorry, Todd. Where are you from, pal?
I'm from Florida.
Oh, Florida. The place
whereabouts in Florida again?
Are in.
Orlando.
There you go. That town must have slowed down. Why is it whenever I went to Disney, right? And like you could go there. I went there like a day after like this big hurricane hit, and there's devastation everywhere. As you all drive through Orlando, devastation freaking everywhere until you cross the threshold into Disney, and everything is freaking perfect.
They have the 24-hour maintenance people.
I guess that's what happens then. That's what happens. Fine. Dan, are you ready?
I am almost ready. Give me a couple
of let me just go through the chat. Loads of people.
Everything together.
Chris Mercer, how are you doing? And let us know what if you think we'll get a copyright strike if we put out a podcast, like a video of us reading a book, reading the new Time Lord Victorious book. I don't think we will. Problem being, how you doing? Pop Culture Avenger! I hope you're avenging pop culture. Todd Truth is right here. Wait, I'm saying you there in the chat. Now you just confused me. It just jumped massively. Yeah. Oh, wow! I couldn't even believe this. Okay, clobbering. Does not even let me go back all the way. Clobbering time. How you doing, Rosie G12? Matt Joe, that was a great super chat you gave. Thank you very much. Rob Fellows, how you doing, mate? Gary Hewitt, nice to see you. Cal Yins, Retro Dicky, Jed TESD. Okay, Jed TESD. Toad, how you doing, mate? Alpha Omega, you are both the Alpha and you are the Omega. You are the first and you are the last. You are the Morning Star. Nerdaholics, how you doing? Unknown 289. Clobbering time. I think I said hello to you already, but PD Rich, how are you? Who else we got here? Disaster area. As you know, if my son was a superhero, that would be his superhero name. Disaster Area. Retro said hello to. Blah, blah. You were blurring. Well, I'm like that. That was only 4 minutes worth of people. Monster fan. Well, who is not a fan of monsters? Daniel Leach, how you doing? I'm glad to see you in the chat. Real Super Doctor is there and he's here. This is confusing, but I think I will be able to do it. Charlotte Shields, how are you? Blah, 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 going down the list. Okay, we are 10:08 now. Alpha Omega spoke. I said hello to. No, you're here in the chat. That is good to know, and you're here in real life as well. We hope. Was it Eastland Birkenholder? How are you? Your prayer request. Okay, everyone's prayer request is written down, double space, ready to go for me in the morning. Don't worry. And I will take care of all of them. They're all ready to go. Something about 28 minutes. I don't know what 28 minutes means, but 28 minutes. 28 minutes is what I want to go for the length of the show. Like, if we can get this quiz show to 28 minutes, I will be a happy camper.
Yes, it'll get a bit slicker, won't it? Let's.
Yeah, I think I got to everybody. If I didn't, I apologize. Put me. Tardis team is here. If I missed you, can you just say hello again in the chat? I'll try and get you next time I go through it. But I think I got everybody. Okay, Dan, are you ready to go?
I am as ready as I'll ever be.
Yeah, now put the private chat on. You know the rules. You put the private chat on so we can't see the answers by people in the chat.
A private chat? Okay, fine. Well, I'm in the brand right now, but I'll move to private chat. Don't worry. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to take everybody off the screen. I'm going to hit the titles. The title's going to roll. Then Dan's going to come on, and then Dan's going to just introduce us and take it from there. Okay, that is the plan. So I just
I've been fine-tuning it. So what I'm going to do is bring the two of you on first, the team captains, and then we'll get you to bring on your oppos.
Right. No problem. Doink.
Hey, hello, good evening, good morning, or indeed good night. Whatever. Ladies, gentlemen, children, muggles, and magicals alike, make ready your mental pathways. Bring forth the combatants and let battle be joined. Welcome to Geek Lord Overmind. Yes, last week, here on the Rabbi's channel, we had a blast with our sort of nerdy sci-fi geeky quiz. YouTube's only nerdy sci-fi geeky game show, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. It's certainly the newest, and we've had some great feedback so far. So we're back. So if you didn't catch that, the general sort of byline for all of this is, have I got nerds for you? There we go. You get the general gist of it. So yes, it's a game show. It's a quiz show. If you've ever sort of sat at home and you've played your part with your family or your friends and taken one another on, this is us pretty much doing the same sort of thing with me, Dan Hadley, Birmingham's King of the Geeks and the anointed question master. Yet again, we've got two teams of two poised to do battle, just as the orcs and the elves have done in times past, or Christopher Lambert maybe and his various immortal mates. But no heads are going to be lost over the next half an hour or so. Just a drop or two of sweat, maybe a spot of dignity. And yes, it's all going to stretch out across 4 mind-bending rounds. Who are we going to bring in first? I think it's time to bring in, and it's only right to introduce the reigning Geek Lord Overmind, the present holder, Svila Betkin, the Rabbi.
How are you, sir?
I'm absolutely fantastic. And how's it been for you basking in this over the last 7 days?
Look, listen.
What have you done? What have you done with the Geek Lord Overmind while it's been in your possession?
I've elevated it obviously because it's me. I've also done unspeakable. unspeakable things that we can't talk about. The trouble with being fantastic, as I believe myself.
Occupational hazard. Yes.
The trouble with that is, you just come to expect yourself to be fantastic at every opportunity, and so when you don't achieve let's say a Herculean success, you get
fantasticalness.
So if for me, how's it feel being a winner? Feels like every day of the week for me, baby. Let me tell you, it feels every day of the week.
Oh dear, yes, he has been unbearable, but this time you've brought forth, because this is the idea, isn't it? There's 2 team captains, and they're going to summon from the ranks people to stand by their side and defend, in this case, this title that's in your possession right now. So, would you like to tell us on the Elders of Zion who is your teammate this evening?
You see, I'm a believer. I'm a believer. If one argues from a position of truth, from a position of total truth, I am a believer that if one does that, they have an indestructible, ring of steel around them. So I am bringing forth from my flame of love. I'm bringing forth with a 1 or 2 warm splatterings of pleasure, right? I am bringing forth truth.
This is very generous of you, Rabbi. Very generous indeed.
It is toss truth. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good evening, Todd. Yes. Oh, he's smiling now, but it's not going to last long, is it? Oh, yeah. So, yes, welcome to Geek Lord Overmind. Welcome to the Elders of Zion. Have you ever been an elder before?
No.
Well, there you go. They did have our age.
Let's hope he doesn't peak here. There's no pressure. Obviously, the Rabbi is defending the title this week.
It actually comes being an elder. You actually get that little thing with it, a plaque. It comes with you free with your first order of Cialis. That's when they give it to you.
Oh,
it's more sought after than one of those things, one of those silver things that YouTube give you with the big silver play button.
Yeah, well, you can get those. You just got to get the subscribers.
Okay, talking about subscribers, let's bring forth the other team captain, hot foot from the Tardis zone itself. He's got several Tardises parked there. I understand. It's Noel Glynn.
How are you?
The leader of Team Torchwood, aren't you, Noel? Welcome back. You're very game, stepping back into the breach. You're not going to take that sort of 1-0 score too much to heart. It's easily fought back from, don't you think, Noel?
It is. And considering that, they moaned and complained last week.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We do that.
We did very well. Yeah, you know what? It's the best bit of fun. I even said it to you on Twitter.
You already won by 1 point. You recall.
But I'm here to win this week because we do need to bring it to 1-1 because we can't have Rabbi having a 2-0 lead and getting a bigger head than he already has.
We're getting into the fight. This is what they want. This is what the punters want out there. Yes. So I think the next question, Noel, has to be: who have you called forth to join Team Torchwood this time?
Well, you see, I had a good search around, and there was only one person that I could bring on, and it's a doctor, but it's not any doctor. It's the real super doctor. So he's come all the way from Gallifrey to join us tonight.
Good evening, real super doctor.
Hello.
Are you with us? Can you hear us in the surgery? You
I can hear you.
He's there. And where are you joining us from, real super doctor?
Scotland.
Scotland. We really are stretched out. That's England, Ireland, Scotland, America, and Israel. You don't get this on the Eurovision Song Contest, do you?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, have you seen the show before, John? Did you watch the last time?
No, I'm afraid I didn't. I was kind of waiting for it.
You did, you'd be afraid, mate. Let me tell you.
Let myself into.
In many respects, Noel, in many respects, ignorance is bliss. I sometimes find, but yes, you're gonna find out pretty damn quick. Okay, so we've met the teams, and now it's time to get down to business and find out amongst these two teams who are the Aurochs and who are the Tweakies. Biddy, biddy, biddy. Remember Tweaky? Biddy, biddy, biddy. Yeah. That's what we're going to find out over the next 4 rounds. Okay. Are we all ready? Let's get into round one. Let's get into round one. Yes, this is how this one works. An opening round of questions across the team. So each team will answer a question in turn. They are allowed to confer with their teammates, and 2 points are up for grabs for each right answer. But if they get them wrong or they abstain, they can't even summon a single answer, then it will get offered across to the opposing side, who can steal a cheeky point. Gentlemen, are we all ready?
Yeah.
I am ready,
Yeah,
sir.
ready.
Okay. I think we've got to find out who's going to go first, haven't we? So, yes, I think we'll go with Noel. Heads or tails?
We'll go heads this time because I picked tails last week and I lost.
It's heads. Do you want to go first or second?
We'll go second.
Okay. Righto, here we go. So this is to the Elders of Zion then. Question number 1. Are you ready, gentlemen?
I'm ready.
Ready.
If you were a scutter, on which space vehicle would you work?
Jupiter Mining Corporation.
That was quick. Okay, over to Team Torchwood.
Right.
Rock legend David Bowie passed away in 2016, but he'd been first choice to play a villain in which sci-fi sequel, which was released the following year, in 2017.
Oh.
I'll give you that question again.
Right.
Rock legend David Bowie passed away in 2016, but he'd been first choice to play a villain in which sci-fi sequel, which was released the following year. You can take your time. You can confer.
Thinking, John? What are you thinking?
I was thinking. No, I'm totally wrong.
Think back to 2017.
2017.
I just remember the screaming. The relentless screaming.
I will.
I remember.
We could take a guess, of course. Yes.
Yes, you by all means.
John, have you any inkling at all, or will I just shout out an answer? 2017, so that's 3 years.
The only thing I know about David Bowie is Starman, but that's about it. Honestly,
Right.
I'm not looking at.
I will say. I'm going to say sci-fi movie. I'm going to say sequel. You said it was a sequel.
That's right. Do you want the question again?
No. I'm going to say Avengers Endgame.
No, it's a good start though. Okay, over to Elders of Zion. Do you want to try and steal a point here?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Okay, so this was the Force Awakens of 2016, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
Oh no.
So it'll be after that. What came up? Because everything seemed kind of rosy then. It couldn't have been Rogue One, him being Krennic.
Let's give the question again. Rock legend David Bowie passed away in 2016, but he'd been the first choice to play the villain in which sci-fi sequel, which was eventually released the following year in 2017.
Well, was that a sequel or a prequel? It's both, I guess.
Sequel. It says sequel.
No, I'm saying Rogue One.
I think I know now, but it's too late, obviously. But yeah.
Todd, what movies came out in 2017?
Yeah.
I'm really so. I say influx just to go to your phone and like it's so weird.
You have to rush for an answer.
Whoa!
We're not going to get it, are we?
No. Okay, so I think we got to guess either Rogue One. Did Star Trek come out that year as well?
You tell me.
Did Star Trek Into Darkness come out that year? 2011 could have done.
You're using the delay tactics that you used last week.
This is called thinking. What do you want out of me? What do you think? I'm going to go for Rogue One.
Okay.
I need a big clock behind me, don't we? Know
okay,
it's not
Rogue One. What I told you, agree or not?
Yeah.
It's not
Rogue
Rogue.
One.
It's not Rogue One. Believe it or not, it was Blade Runner 2049. He was in the frame of the
day. That's what
he was in.
When you said sequel. No, but I handed that over to Rabbi. That's exactly what I was actually thinking.
It's always the way, isn't it? You do right, and then you
close. Okay,
you remember.
I totally forgot that it even came out.
This question back to the Elders of Zion. This is your question. If you wore a yellow and a black scarf, you'd be a member of which house at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry?
Yellow and black. That's it's not what's it? It's not Slytherin.
It's the Badger one, right?
Is it Hufflepuff or what's the other one called? Hufflepuff or come on! I can't remember.
Come on, you do
Go
this
with that
every
one.
week, man.
Sniffing at this one.
I think it's the Hufflepuff, isn't it?
Well, my wife is going to kill me.
I'm going to say Hufflepuff. Okay, I don't know. I'm going to say Hufflepuff.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Back to Team Torchwood. Back to Team Torchwood.
Pact of Satan still working out.
Says the Rabbi. Okay, the name Team Torchwood, this is your question. The name Skywalker isn't mentioned at all in just one Star Wars movie, but which one?
Oh, I think that's. See, I have an obvious answer in my head.
Was it the first one?
No,
Yeah.
Turn your own mic off, Rabbi.
Don't help him.
I'm actually thinking Super John. I'm actually thinking Rogue One. That's what I'm thinking. Or it could be Solo. I don't think it's an old movie. It could be the prequel trilogy. Which one? The George Lucas one, the 3 that he did. The Clone Wars, the other one, and the other one. Oh damn, I don't know. I think it's one of the newer movies.
Phantom Menace.
Oh. Well, what do you want to go with? Because I answered the last one, so I'll go with you on this one. What do you want to go with? Do you want to go with?
I think I'll go with the Phantom Menace because it was a separate movie.
Yeah, but they did mention Anakin Skywalker. He said Skywalker.
Yeah.
Yes, it's. Would you like the question again, there, John?
No, I think it's Rogue One.
No, I was going with Rogue One. You sure? Yeah,
well,
you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Oh,
that's the right answer.
So, when they mention Skywalker and Solo?
Who knows? Who knows?
Hey, my darling.
I've just got the cards here. Oh, yeah.
What's that? It's candy. It's just good going.
Very nice.
I'm in the middle of a game show. Hope you win. You see that?
Sorry, I'm not going to.
Okay.
Okay.
That was Team Torture's question. Okay, so back to the Elders of Zion. Which 1984 children's fantasy film was based on a book by Michael Ende?
I'm gonna guess Neverending Story, right? That sounds like the obvious choice.
Correct.
It is? Okay, fine. There you go.
Nice.
Back to Team Torchwood. On which date does Phil Connors, played by Bill Murray, wake up over and over again in 1993's film Groundhog Day?
What day? Oh, what's the date? Oh, don't do this to me.
Oh,
the
that's
date.
a tough one.
Oh, the date is... I love this movie, but I forget the date. Hold on. I'll narrow it down. Right, so it's near the end of the year, I reckon. So let me see. Halloween is. I'm actually gonna. I think it's October. It's either the end of the year or the end of October or the start of October. I think. Oh, I love this movie. I'll watch it.
I love this movie.
I know you told me you like this.
Right, Super John, have you any inkling on the date, or do you want me to take a guess?
I'm sure it was the 31st. I'm not sure or something. No.
The 31st of October.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is it?
Oh, Over to the Elders of Zion. Do you want to try and pick up a point here? That was incorrect.
Tom, do you know the month? Do you know it? Because I don't. I know
February.
I'll give you the question again, guys. On which date does Phil Connors, played by Bill Murray, wake up over and over again?
What's Groundhog Day?
I think it's February because it's winter. Because they're bringing him out to see if there's going to be more winter or spring.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So it's I think it's March, isn't it?
Maybe March, yeah.
March 16th.
Because I know it's right where winter's supposed to end and it's supposed to go into spring, and he's the one that determines, if we get more winter or.
So is it February 29th or March 16th or March 31st? What do you think?
I'm thinking February for some reason.
Okay, let's go for it makes sense. That makes sense. Mid-March is when. So let's go for February. I guess it'll be 28. Would it be 28th?
Yeah. Yeah, because there's no 20. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it has to be February 20th. Is it February 16th or 28th? I'm going to say February 28th.
You were close. It was February, but it was the 2nd.
February 2nd. There we go.
This is your question.
That was a good guess. Unlucky, man.
This is your question now, Elders of Zion. By which name? This is a movie question. Sorry. By which name is Oscar Zarosta, Patrick, Isaac, Norman, Henkel, Emmanuel, and Ambrose Diggs better known?
That's a lot of names.
It certainly is. I'll give it you again. In movies, by which name is Oscar Zarosta, Patrick, Isaac, Norman, Henkel, Emmanuel, Ambrose Diggs better known?
Is it like a? Is it like the first letter? Oscar Zarosa. What's the third word name?
Patrick.
Patrick.
No, it's not that then.
Here we go again.
What is his name?
In movies, by which name is Oscar Zarosta, Patrick, Isaac, Norman, Henkel, Emmanuel, Ambrose Diggs better known?
What's a tough one, this one?
It's the last name of Diggs. I can't remember the actor, what the name he goes by.
Tay Diggs?
Do you...
I think it's I know there's a Tay Diggs. Do you want me to get? I'll say that. I'll say
sure,
that.
it's the only one I can think of.
Fine, Tay Diggs.
Team Torchwood, do you want to have a try at that? I'll give you one. I'll give you one more time. In movies,
right.
by which name is Oscar Zarosta, Patrick, Isaac, Norman, Henkel, Emmanuel, Ambrose Diggs better known?
Oz. The Great and Powerful Oz. The Wizard of Oz.
Ooh, that's good.
Correct. Well done,
Congratulations. Well-earned point.
And this is your question now. The Team Torchwood. The script to which film sold to Orion Pictures for just $1 on the condition that the writer could direct the movie?
Oh, I know this. Damn it. I don't remember it, but
I've got a funny feeling. So what's the name of the Orion Pictures?
The script to which film sold to Orion Pictures for just $1 on the condition that the writer would direct the movie?
Oh, I know what it is. Because when you said the writer direct the movie, back in those days, I think Sylvester Stallone actually tried to flog his movie, but they wanted someone else to act in it, and he refused. So I'm going to say...
I think you're right. I think
it's Sylvester Stallone, and the name of the movie was obviously Rocky.
Okay, that's not the right answer. Not the right answer.
Right.
Elders of Zion, do you want to try for this?
Yeah, of course we'll try. Do you want to see Star Wars?
Oh, no way!
That's Orion. Robocop? No, he didn't write that.
There's often clues in these questions. So Orion Pictures, it's that's.
Oh, no way.
I'll give you the question one more time. The script to which film sold to Orion Pictures for just $1 on the condition that the writer would direct.
I was so confident it was Rocky, though.
We can't
answer, Super John. We lost it.
Okay.
I just heard this.
Rocky was sold to United Artists, if you remember.
Right. Okay.
Was it?
I'm just thinking that Orion logo melting into different movies. Like, no, it's not that one. No, it's not that one. No, it's not that one.
Was it the guy who did direct Reservoir Dogs?
That was Orion.
No?
That was banned. That was Weinstein. That was.
You got it. Submit your answer, and I will tell you whether it's right or wrong, gentlemen.
I'm gonna say start. It was Orion. Orion. What came out? Total Recall, maybe.
Interesting choice.
Yeah,
that was Orion.
I know it turned out to be a famous director now that he did, and that was his first picture, and that was his way in.
Wasn't Back to the Future.
We have heard the story. I dare say you people in the chat have probably heard this story over and over again. We've all heard the story, but who was it?
So shall I say Total Recall? Is that his first movie? No, he did RoboCop before that, didn't he, Paul Verhoeven? Although I'm gonna say, yeah, let's say Total Recall. What do you think?
Sure. I can't.
I'm into Total Recall. Total Recall.
I'm afraid not, guys. Although you were in the right kind of ballpark, it was an Arnold Schwarzenegger film, but it was the Terminator. James Cameron sold the script.
That's what I was trying to think of. Yes.
Orion Pictures for just $1.
Yeah.
He was living in his car on a motel car park at the time, and he sold that script for just $1 if they would let him direct, because he'd had that massive failure with directing Piranha, the Spawning. Yes, so that was okay. So where are we? We are at. You got the scores at the end of round one. The scores are presently Team Torchwood. They have 3 points, but in the lead with 6 points are the Elders of Zion. And here we are, yes, with round two. You don't get time to spit on Geek Lord over mine. It's round. Tickled by that one. We've tickled Todd. Yes, there's 3 points up for each of these. This is the picture round again. So there's 3 points. There's 3 points for each question, but this time it's gadgets and gizmos. Okay, so it's a slightly different to last time. 3 points up for each one. So what I'm going to show you is a picture of a famous gadget or gizmo from film or TV history, right? And what I need from you guys, I want the name of the device and the show or film that it's from. Are we clear on this so far? Now I'm going to show you 3 images. Now you'll get if you get it from the very first picture, you get your 3 points. But if you don't get it, then that's the chance for the opposite team to steam in. That's their one chance to steam in there and take those 3 points. Right. Now, if nobody gets it at that point, then we go down to a 2 point question and then a 1 point question with the final picture. So yes. Are we ready, everybody? Team Torchwood, Elders of Zion.
Ready.
Who wants to go first? Let's have a think. Let's. Who's with the? Yes, the leaders, Elders of Zion. You get to choose. Do you want to go first or second?
Shall we go first, or what do you think, Todd?
It's up to you.
Let's go first.
Okay.
Whatever I choose, it's always a mistake.
Cue the first picture.
Oh yes, me.
Fine. Okay, can you tell me that gadget or gizmo, what's it called? What is it from?
Oh.
It looks like 1960s. So I'm going to say it's from a James Bond movie. Kind of lighter, maybe. It's a no, I got it. The Holly Hop Drive from Red Dwarf.
You can confer on this one.
Todd, is it the Holly Hobroyd from Red Wolf?
I'll go with you. Yes.
Is that your final answer?
That's our answer on this one.
Correct.
What?
Yep.
Yeah!
Please remove the picture.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so that's 3 points.
Mercy me.
To the Elders of Zion. That was impressive work. Okay, Team Torchwood, this is your question, your picture, sorry. Are you ready?
What the hell?
Wow.
Wow.
So what?
Wow.
Okay, that's a tough one. That's tough.
That is tough.
Right. I think I know what it is, believe it or not. And I think it's no, John. I think I know what this is. Because I've watched the show and this just looks similar to what I've seen, and it's dark. So if you have any ideas, then let us know now. If not, I'm gonna guess what I think it is.
Some from Stargate. I don't know.
Right, well, I'm thinking that this is from actually Lost in Space, and that's the new robot design. Because this looks like it's there.
Well, it could be.
But in saying that, it could be a ship in space as well. And that's what's kind of thrown me off a little bit. But that's what I think it is. I think it's the robot out of Lost, the new updated version of Lost in Space. That's what I think it is. But I'm probably totally wrong because it's a horrible image, to be honest with you. But
yeah.
Yes, clobbering times in the chat. Obviously, I can see the chat, but the combatants in the arena, they can't. And we've got clobbering times as it looks like a dark blobby mass. Thanks for that, clobbering time. There's a lot of people taking a punt here, but yes, do you want to have a quick guess on this? The Elders of Zion, this is your one chance to steal.
It's not that. What do you say again? The Lost in Space. It could be the exhaust from the Val Kilmer Batmobile, or from a Batmobile. What do you think, Todd?
Which one? You have to give which one. You have to be specific here now. Wait,
that's a whole new rule. Dad, if I said the Batmobile, would that be suffice?
No, yes, that would suffice. Yeah, that would suffice.
So, shall we say the Batmobile?
Yes.
The Batmobile.
Batmobile.
Yeah, okay. TV show or movie, so it has to apply which movie. Which movie was the Batmobile? That's not now.
Incorrect. So this is right.
Okay,
this goes back to
Batmobile. No. Yeah, I just give you a favour and wipe them all out off the board for you.
So this goes back to Team Torchwood. This is for 2 points. Tell us what this is.
Oh,
wow.
I know what it is.
Okay.
Wow.
Going well, isn't it?
Is this from a TV show as well?
It can be from a TV show or a film, or it can be from either. Really.
Oh wow!
It looks like. Well, I could be wrong. It could be the Time Lord space station in Trial of a Time Lord, but
yeah,
it looks like the kind of the kind of entry point where the Tardis comes down.
Oh,
I could be wrong. I could be wrong about that.
I haven't a clue anyway. So
okay, and so we're going to go for the 1 point. Here's your. What you want?
Nah.
I knew what it was. Yep.
Too much modern.
The Infinity Gauntlet.
Well, you actually see it now. That was the whole thing.
Well, you could with the earlier one as well.
Yeah, the last image I knew what it was.
Okay.
The first image though, you couldn't have. There was no way you would have come up with it.
That was a tough one.
Yeah.
Okay, please remove the picture.
I keep forgetting. I'm doing it 1 second. Which one is it? Is it this one? There you go.
Okay, yes, we're feeling confident, everybody. We're enjoying this so far. Got the measurement.
This is a big round. This is a tough one.
Yeah.
Is it tougher than the last one?
No, the last one was terrible. Shall I put it up?
Yes, this is yours, Elders of Zion. This is your second picture. This is gadgets and gizmos, remember. I'd like you to tell me what this is.
Because it looks very
Where's
much
it
like
from?
a nipple. Let's just put this out. That's the first Freudian thing I'm seeing. Okay. So let's have a look.
And we've got people in the chat. Problem being, he's laughing this week. You weren't laughing last week, my friend, were you? No, sir.
Gadget.
Good to have you back.
This is this looks like Blade Runner when they're looking at the DNA of the snake scale. This not fish scale. This snake scale. What the hell is that? And it's a gadget or a piece of technology. So I'm gonna make a guess.
It's always worth a guess for those 3 points, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a guess. Todd, do you have anything you want to guess?
No, I can't. Can't figure out what that is.
It's
Piece of technology.
It's the it's not this, I know, but it's the tree root testing thing from Flash Gordon that what's his name? James Bond, Timothy Dalton makes Duncan whatever his name is from Blue Peter put his hand in.
As you can gather, that is wrong. But
That is
I'll
wrong.
offer it back to Team Torch. Would you want to try and steal 3 points with a guess? Well, maybe you know.
I'm not so sure about it.
It's gadgets and gizmos from film or TV, remember?
I mean, I got another guess now, but I don't think that's right. But... Well, at least you get to pull out a little bit on the next one.
Is
That's what she said.
Thor's hammer.
Ooh, that's good.
It's a good
That
guess.
could be, yeah.
Not right. Back to the Elders of Zion for your 2 points.
Okay.
Any idea what this is?
Yeah, it's a weed
pizza.
pipe. It's a big weed pipe. What is that?
Gadgets.
Oh, I think I know. No, can't
Gadgets and gizmos.
be. Is it? Nah, that can't be it.
Lord of the Rings, no. Could be the bow from Lord of the Rings, I guess. Yeah, shall we say?
I was just thinking Lord of the Rings too. I was thinking maybe Gandalf's staff.
Could be. Yeah, that's good. Let's go with that. Let's go with Gandalf's stuff.
You're along the right lines, but I'm going to have to go to your 1 point. You recognise what that is?
Oh,
Actually, I really don't. Whose is that? Is that from Harry Potter?
Hold on, I know this. Just give me a second.
Oh, I have no idea what that is.
Sadly, even if Team Torchwood do know, they can't steal a point at this junction. I'm afraid. Does anybody in the chat? Does anybody in the chat recognise this? I thought somebody would definitely get this. You got Elders of Zion.
Do we not get a guess?
No. You only get a guess at the 3 mark.
Okay, I'm going to say something from Harry Potter, maybe.
You're along the right lines, but no, I'm afraid not. It is Mr. Pointy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The stake. Her prize protection.
oh,
There
Wow.
we are.
Yeah,
Please pull out the stake.
Wow. Okay.
I thought somebody would get that one. Now this one is the final one. You'll be pleased to learn, and it's back to Team Torchwood. Team Torchwood, what's this?
Oh, I know what that is. That's the. It was in the Day of the Doctor.
For 3 points. This is for 3 points, and you can confer. Sorry.
It was in the Day of the Doctor. It's the box.
Oh yeah.
The moment.
Yeah, I bet you're right.
Well done.
Well done.
Yeah.
well done.
I scratched my brains there for that.
There you go. Right, really darn impressed. I think you squeezed ahead there, didn't you? What was the score?
Yeah, it was a bit kind of.
Yes, there we are. We're at the end of round 2. There was you could really smell the tension then, even through the magic of the internet. And yes, the Rabbi has just said he fears that Team Torchwood have pulled back. But here are the scores. Team Torchwood have 7 points, but in the lead still are the Elders of Zion with 9 points.
Whoa! There we go.
Whatever next after all that? How are your brains feeling, gentlemen? Have they turned to jelly yet?
I'm actually a bit rattled by that picture round because I did so well last week.
Picture round is so hard.
Yeah, it was a bit difficult.
That was a tough.
Yeah.
Well, are things going to get nastier or nicer for round 3? Well, yes, Elders of Zion, you're in the lead, and the leaders do get to choose. You get a pick of 2 categories, if you remember.
Crap. This is what we screwed up last week.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What has the chat got to say about all this? Oh, just lots of people saying hello to one another. Oh, people having a good guess at those pictures. And yes, plenty of people got that one right too. Well done, everybody. But yes, you can choose which category you want. Category A, which is entitled Running Wild, or category B, Rabbi. Remember, this is your choice, Rabbi. Category A is Running Wild, or category B, which is called Seasonal Lines.
Seasonal what?
Seasonal Lines.
Seasonal lines.
And there are 2 points. I'll just remind everybody while you're deciding.
Yeah.
There are 2 points on offer for every correct answer here. But if the team gets it wrong, it does get offered across.
I have to say, when you say seasonal lines, I get excited because it sounds Christmas. I like Christmas. I like it. But the Running Wild, well, I think Running Wild, which is I always choose wrong. Running Wild, what do you think, Todd? Or seasonal lines?
Let's go with Running Wild.
Running Wild.
Yeah. Running Wild. Actually, these don't get offered across. I made that same mistake last week. These don't get offered across, but they are either or answers, gentlemen. So yes, this is Running Wild. That was what you said, wasn't it? Which of these? So what I want to know from you, Elders of Zion, which of these 2 movie trilogies had the longest collected theatrical runtime in minutes?
Theatrical runtime.
Theatrical run. So I'm going to tell you again before we get into them. Okay, there's going to be 6. There's going to be 6 questions, and these don't get offered across, but they're for 2 points each. I want you to tell me which of these 2 movie trilogies had the longest collected runtime in minutes, but it is their theatrical releases. So you probably have an idea of at least one of the sets of films. I'm going to ask you about. Are you ready? Are you confident? Are your brains? They're starting to solidify again. Those pathways, yes. Okay, this is your first pick. The Lord of the Rings trilogy or the Hobbit trilogy?
Hobbit trilogy will be longer. Hobbit trilogy is definitely longer. Certainly seem longer. Must be more indulgent. My guess is the Hobbit. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Theatrical release. Yeah. Because people were expecting longer release. I'm going to say Hobbit trilogy.
And that's incorrect. It's actually the Lord of the Rings trilogy was still 558 minutes long, but the Hobbit trilogy, which did seem longer, clocked in at 474 minutes.
Oh God, it was
it did seem longer.
It did seem a lot longer. There was nobody more surprised than me to find that one out. Question number 2. Here we are. Which of these 2 trilogies had that longest collected runtime in minutes? The Star Trek Genesis trilogy, or the JJ Star Trek Universe trilogy?
I'm going to guess the JJ trilogy because it's their worst movies and they're more indulgent. Whereas, the Genesis trilogy,
you do know you have a teammate.
Can you think of any fat on any of those 3 movies? Any scene that you go, yeah, I can live without. No, you want every one of those scenes. JJ movie. All those scenes, you're like, I don't have to lose that. But
to confer, gentlemen.
But is it like so much thinner of a plot? They're just intrinsically shorter.
How do you allow this, moderator? He has to give an answer. He can't be going on.
They're allowed to confer and work it out between themselves.
He's not conferring. He's talking jabbering.
This is thinking. Okay, fine.
No Clint tells people off for talking.
I'm going to go what I think is right, but I'm probably wrong. That'll be the JJ trilogy if Todd agrees. What do you think? JJ trilogy?
I'm going to have to rush. This has to be a final answer, and you are correct. It is the JJ movies. Question number 3. Question number 3.
Wait, 1 second. I'm going to ask you to interrupt for 1 second because Cole from Everybody's just showed up. Cole's going to be with us on the next show. We're going to be recording right after this. So, Cole, you okay? Hang out for a bit while we finish off Geek Lord over Mike's.
Yeah.
Right?
Hi guys.
You get to bask in all of this and get to sort of adjudicate if there's any. Yes, you can tell us.
Right, yeah. If we hit the adjudication, we'll go to Cole.
Question number 3. I want you to tell me which was the longest collected runtime minutes, the Back to the Future trilogy or the Bill and Ted trilogy.
Oh, good one.
The freshly minted Bill and Ted trilogy.
You can't say out, John.
No, this isn't your round yet, gentlemen.
Not sure on Bill and Ted because I haven't seen the third one yet.
I've seen it, but it's also they're all about an hour and a half each. I mean, they're both like just so totally disposable. I think there's more meat on the Back to the Future movies.
Back to the Future, then yeah.
Yeah, and I think just as gonna Back to the Future.
Correct. Next question number 5. I want you to tell me which it has that longer collected runtime in minutes. The Dark Knight trilogy. That's the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, of course, right. or the new Planet of the Apes trilogy. Which of those 2 trilogies has the longest collected runtime?
It's got to be the Dark Knight trilogy, right?
Yeah, I think the Dark Knight.
Like, can I put another 20 minutes in? By the way, I mean it's not very Batman-y. But I think the was it that was it Batman Begins? Other than not being very Batman-y, is the best Batman movie. Best cinematic Batman is of course the Ben Affleck Batman. So I'm gonna say I think the Dark Knight trilogy is the longest. The Dark Knight trilogy or the Planet of the Apes? I'm gonna say Dark Knight trilogy.
Dark Knight, yeah.
That's incorrect. It's the Apes trilogy. The Dark Knight movies, they came to 317 minutes, but the Apes movies, those 3 latest Apes movies, they came to 375 minutes all in all. And your final question, Elders of Zion, in this round, I want you to tell me which is the longest collected runtime in minutes between the 3 Cornetto trilogy or Kevin Smith's Jersey trilogy. That's Clark's, Mallrats, and Chasing Amy that make up that trilogy.
My guess,
the 3 Cornettos trilogy, which is the Edgar Wright, Pegg and Frost films. World's End,
my guess there is Cornetto.
Yeah, I think so too.
And that is also correct.
Oh, yes.
Well done, everybody there. Well,
I mean, The World's End was a long enough movie by itself, so it had to be them.
Here we go. We basically have to get every single one right, Super John. So,
yes, here we are, Team Torchwood. This is your category. It's called Seasonal Lines. And I want you to tell me, of these 2 TV shows or sets of TV shows, I want you to tell me which one ran for the longest number of seasons.
I can have done that. That's the easier one.
So which?
You quiet. You did film one that was easy. Kid, stop that. Go ahead, Dan.
Which of these 2 TV series or sets of series has ran for the more seasons? Are we both ready? John, are you ready? Are you with us?
Yeah.
We're ready to go.
So,
let's do this.
All of Doctor Who, new and classic.
Right.
Or The Simpsons.
Right. The Simpsons has been going for 20-something years. Doctor Who.
This is easy.
Be quiet.
No taunting the opposition.
I'm not taunting. I'm astounded. I'm clutching my chest.
No, because it's a question. Because the Simpsons also did. Hold on, because the Simpsons also did 2 movies, and if you keep it up, I'm going to ask the moderator to mute you. Stop it.
Yeah, I'll say this.
I guess
it's my turn. See, you're wasting.
I'm asking the question.
Let's just clarify for Team Torchwood what I asked them. Yeah. Which of these 2 shows, 2 sets of TV shows, ran for the longest number of seasons? And the movies aren't in the equation.
Right. So basically, you want to know classic and new Who combined versus The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Right. So with that said, we've got new animations coming out as well. We've got to take that into account, the fact that those 2 Simpsons movies, as well as the 20-odd seasons of The Simpsons, and that's been running consistent. Doctor Who actually took a break, a hiatus, whereas The Simpsons hasn't. What do you think, Super John?
Yeah, I think The Simpsons.
Is that your final answer, guys?
Yeah,
This
I'll go with John.
Yeah.
I think it's The Simpsons.
It's actually Doctor Who at 38, and The Simpsons has run to 32 seasons. Here's question number 2. I want to tell me which of these 2 shows ran for the longest amount of seasons: Mork and Mindy or Third Rock from the Sun? Mork and Mindy was the late 70s, early 80s sitcom that brought Robin Williams to fame. And Third Rock from the Sun was the 90s, the popular 90s sci-fi show.
Yeah, that's right. It was on Sky.
Yeah, I remember that.
For 2 points.
I'm leaning more towards Third Rock. But what do you think, Super John?
I was thinking Mork and Mindy.
Right, well, go on. You can choose this one. Go
on. To think, because if it was, I remember if Mork and Mindy started in the 70s, I can remember it well into the early 80s. I would say Mork and Mindy, but I might be wrong. But...
That's the final answer, Dan. I said I'd go with John.
It's incorrect. It's Third Rock from the Sun. That ran for 6 seasons. Mork and Mindy ran for 4. Back to the 1960s now, guys, on Team Torchwood. The Saint or Danger Man? Which of those ran for the longest amount of seasons?
Wow, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Right, I'm just going to... I think it's the Saint.
Yeah, I think it's the Saint.
Correct. The Saint ran for 6 seasons, with Danger Man running for 4. Into the more recent past now. I'd like you to tell me which of these 2 shows ran for the most seasons. The Lone Gunman or Joss Whedon's Dollhouse?
Never seen any of them.
Never seen them.
So that's the X-Files spin-off, The Lone Gunman, or Dollhouse, which starred Elisa Dushku.
They're both shit, and I know the answer.
They're both horrible shows.
Every
I go with Dollhouse. My turn, Rabbi. I go with Dollhouse.
That's correct. Dollhouse ran for 2 seasons, and Lone Gunman only clocked up the 1. And your final question in this round, I'd like you to tell me which of these 2 classic shows ran for longer.
Right.
In seasons, again, Mission Impossible or The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Oh, I love both. Okay.
Well, I think The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
See,
You are allowed to confer. You've got a couple of minutes.
See, I think it's Mission Impossible. Oh, this is hard. I hate when
very hard
when we don't come up with wrong. But John, again, I'll let you go with the final answer on this one.
I'll go for the Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Is that the answer you're giving me, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's incorrect. It's Mission Impossible. Ran for 7 seasons with The Man from U.N.C.L.E. running to 4. Okay, so we have... Let's just tot up those scores. That is the end of round 3. And here we are. Still trailing, I'm afraid, is Team Torchwood with 11 points, while the Elders of Zion are in the lead with 15 points.
Oh. Sorry, I have to stop cheering so I can... Yes! Hear them cheer for me!
The suffering is nearly over, everybody. Everybody in the chat, how are we enjoying it? Let's just take a look and see. Oh, there's plenty of people got it right, but people are taking all sorts of punts and yes, offering points to one another as well in the chat, because we've got a live audience recording this. That we should say that, should we? Geek Lord Overmind is recorded in front of a live chat audience. There we are.
Wow.
And chat don't go anywhere, because we're going to need you for the next show. It's an improvisation show. You're gonna have to give suggestions. The first round is going to be a quick preview. First round, you're gonna suggest a genre and an age range, and myself and my guest, we've got to pitch you a comic book series or book or one shot that meets that criteria. I sucked ass at it last week. Really, really, really hard, and I thought like 30 different better answers as the week went on. So that was a tough pill to swallow. So that's the first thing we're going to need you here for.
What's the show called now, Rabbi?
The show we just rebranded. You're going to see when the new titles come up. It's the Big Comic Book Pitch. The Big Comic Book Pitch. It was called Comic Book Improv. Now the Big Comic Book Pitch. I think it's a better title. Because that's why I made that executive decision. So that's round two.
When you're trying to say that, you don't want to slur your speech. You don't want to try and say that after you've had a couple of drinks, do you?
No, that's probably true. But I always sound like I've had a couple of drinks. Round two, you suggest an existing character that we have to like pitch you like a year's worth or something like that. Mm-hmm. And round three, you suggest an existing universe, and we got to pitch you an original thing within that existing universe. So don't go away because we need you in the chat to suggest stuff. Okay, so get ready, because that's going to happen after this round. Did we play for round? Did I play the round 4 thing?
Just imagine another show from the mind of Svila Betkin. God, I can't say your name now. Just imagine all the places that's going to go, all the fantasy realms. You're not going to want to miss that. What's it called again? The big comic book pitch. There we go. Okay, so round 4 of Geek Lord Overmind. We are nearly there, everybody. These are questions for both teams, but this time there's no conferring allowed. I'm going to offer a question to each of our 4 combatants in turn. They're not allowed to confer with their teammates. There's 2 points for the right answer.
Yeah, and interruptions, right? I know I'm at the interrupting you there, but if any of the team interrupt each other when they're trying to answer questions, it's a point.
Yes, and this is a timed round. We are working to a time limit here, so we'll be moving fast. It's what they call sudden death.
Ew,
2 points for right answer. I'm going to ask you again, leaders. Do you want to go first or second? So heads or tails?
We'll go first.
No, you said heads or
heads. Or tails? Heads.
Look, he's already jumping the gun. We're going down in this round, mate. We're going to Clara back.
It is actually tails. So, Noel, do you want to go first or second?
We will go first this time, actually.
Okay.
Up to do.
Okay. Are we ready, gentlemen?
Yes.
Thunderdome.
Watch, I'm going to get the hardest question ever.
This one. So we're going to start. We're going to start with you, Noel, and round starts now. In which Tim Burton movie do the aliens' heads explode when they hear a track by Slim Whitman?
Yes.
Correct. Rabbi, which ship was destroyed in 2122 when its reactor was set to self-destruct by Warrant Officer Ellen Ripley?
That'll be the Nostromo.
Correct. John, the spice planet Arrakis is better known as what?
Oh, no idea.
Sure.
Can I steal?
No stealing in this one. I'm afraid it's known as Dune. This is over to you, Todd. Kate Kestrel and Tiger Ninestein were characters in which Jerry Anderson created TV show? There was no conferring on this round.
You couldn't have given me the Dune one?
But you know that question? I'll give you that question.
This is disgraceful behavior.
We'll give you that question again. Kate Kestrel, Todd, and Tiger Ninestein were characters in which Jerry Anderson created television series? And I'm going to have to rush you now. He doesn't know.
My battle passes failed me. It's terrible. Bloody hell.
Back to you, Noel. Back to you, Noel. In 1977 Star Wars, which character speaks the very first line of dialogue?
For God's sake, man. Jesus.
2 points.
For how many points?
For 2 points in 1977's original Star Wars film.
Boy, come on, man. Be fair. Because if you talk, I can't concentrate. The first person to have dialogue in Star Wars is the music comes in, having the clue. I'm just going to guess, and I'm just going to say feckin' Darth Vader.
It's incorrect. It's C-3PO. That's back to you, Rabbi. Which super space detective was played on TV by Paul Greenwood and Richard Morant?
Can you say that again? I'm sorry, I was talking over you.
Which super space detective was played on TV by Paul Greenwood and later Richard Morant? That's correct.
Captain Z. Captain Z.
Back to you, John. In the animated series of Star Trek, we meet an earlier captain of the Enterprise. What's his name?
Oh. I'm sorry, I don't know.
Why do you keep giving him the questions I know?
It's Captain Robert. It's Captain Robert April Todd, played on TV by Henry Cavill. We know him as The Witcher, but what's the character's full name?
No idea.
No, that's Rabbi's question, isn't it? Because you got that question, you got that question wrong.
Oh.
You better hope it's not, because I know that.
John got the question about feckin'.
I got confused. Whose question was that?
I got
that was to you, Todd.
Oh, sorry. Say that again.
It played on TV by Henry Cavill. We know him as The Witcher, but what's the character's full name?
Oh my gosh, I can't remember his name. I played the video game, but I didn't see the series.
It's Geralt of Rivia.
Yeah. Yes.
Back to you, Noel. Brendan was the nephew of which popular Doctor Who companion?
Brendan was the nephew of which Doctor Who companion? Brendan. Why am I gone blank on Doctor Who? Brendan. The only one that I know is Brendan is the... No. Hold on.
I don't know Brendan either.
Got to rush. We run out.
I know.
I'm gonna say the Doctor.
No.
It's Sarah Jane Smith. Back to the Rabbi. The island Isla Nubla is the location of what?
Island what? Sorry.
The island Isla Nubla is the location of what?
I guess the Amazons from Wonder Woman.
Incorrect. It's Jurassic Park. John, which cartoon scientist's catchphrase is wubba lubba dub dub?
Yeah. Scientist.
Which cartoon scientist's catchphrase is wubba lubba dub dub?
Don't say hey.
Trying to think.
And I'll leave you can answer that one. We've run out of time, but give me an answer if you've got one. It's Rick Sanchez in Rick and Morty. Well done, everybody. Let's check.
Painful.
And that is the end of the quiz. That's it. The Chris Chibnall honorary countdown clock has time to say it again. Are you ready to hear those final scores, everybody?
Yeah.
They're exhausted. Listen to this. Yes,
guess for the next segment. Sorry.
Yes. So, sadly, Team Torchwood have legged behind here with 13 points, but our winners tonight, again with 19, are the Elders of Zion.
Yes.
Let's give them a few seconds to savor that.
Of what you'll hear when you're fired.
Well played, everybody. How did we enjoy that in the chat? Let's see how that went.
The chat now. I haven't seen it for ages.
I wish the clock would run out. They say 10 points. Oh dear, yes, people are vastly irritated. Chris Persia, he couldn't think of Rick's name either. The chat is ahead of the screen.
If you only give me the Brendan question, I could answer that one.
It's always the same, isn't it? Yes, but well played, everybody. Yeah. It's been another thrilling round of Geek Lord Overmind. Congratulations to the Elders of Zion again, and commiserations to Team Torchwood. We hope you're going to come back next time. Yes, so for now, yet again, the Geek Lord Overmind remains with the Elders of Zion, but could you beat them? Do you wish to lay claim to the Overmind, whether you're a Sith or a Jedi? Get in touch, pick a side, or rally your own troops. Stake your claim. Come and do battle in our arena to claim the Geek Lord Overmind.
Yes.
Thank you for watching. Good night, everybody.
Very good, very good. Okay, so then I think we'll cut. I'm gonna put the end titles on. Chat, don't go anywhere because we have more people joining us. We have Cole with us from Mary Boys. And how do I pronounce your name? I never met you before. What's your name? Jacobus Gotex. What's your name, mate?
Hi.
Jacobus, can you hear me?
Yeah. What's your name? What do we call you?
Jacobus.
Jacobus.
Yeah.
Jacobus. How you doing? How you doing? Okay, here, fine. So this is the last show. It's just wrapping up. Noel's going to be staying with us. No. Do you remember what the rounds and what you're doing and everything, or should we go over it again?
So round, if I remember, round one is pick a character. This is all. Yeah, I think I kept the screenshot.
I'll remind you to go. It's okay. I'll remind you to go. Jacobus, do you have anything you want to promote?
I haven't got much to promote. I've got a free comic that I made for everyone to have a look at.
Oh, fine. So let's put that in the private chat, and I'll add it into the chat. I'll add it into the description. Fine. So I'm going to pull off. Dan, thank you very much. You can stay around if you want.
I'm gonna get going now, but thank you all. I hope you enjoyed it. Was that easier or harder than the last time?
It's about the same. Because I know what to expect now. Right?
Okay. And yes, I do hope Noel, you come back next week. I'm rooting for Team Torch to pull one back.
I would have felt so hard at this. I listened to the questions and I was like, I don't know. I got no idea what you guys are talking about.
When that clock is ticking, no problem being there in the chat says you all did very well, but I had to take the first answer that I got. So well done, everybody.
You've all done very well.
Yeah, and you did well. You did well in the final round. Oh yes, looks like they've been playing along in the chat. Good. Yes, so thank you for watching, everybody, and thanks for a few laughs. It's been a stressful day, but I'll say good night. Cheers, and I'll catch up with you all again soon. Bye.
I won't do stressful.
Bye, Dan.
Fine. So Todd, I'm going to take you off. No. And Super John, thank you for joining us. No
bother at all.
Yeah, it was fun, and we won.
Everybody's channels are in the chat, are in the description. Everybody go sub to everybody's channel, but mostly sub to my bloody channel. I'm 30 subscribers away from hitting 1,800, which is a mystical number that I would like to hit. Okay, let's totally take you off. Fine. So no. Here's the plan. Here's that. I'm going to take everybody off. I'm going to run the titles. Then you're going to come on. And then you're going to introduce me, Jacobus, and you can remember his name, and Chubb, who is Cole. Just call him whatever. He'll come on. Ask them if they ask them who they are, what their name is, if they got anything to plug, right? And if they have anything to plug, it's going to be in the
description. I get it. We're done. Let's go. Bang.
Okay. Pull everybody off. 1 second.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the big comic book pitch. Nice to see you all. I hope you are all well, and I hope you will have fun with us. Don't forget, we just recorded a quiz, so go and check that out. That was fun, even though Rabbi was cheating the whole time. But there you go. That's what you're up against, and but yeah, we'll get you next week, man. We'll get you next week. Well, right. So we've got guests to bring on, and I think we better start with the man that owns the channel. Obviously, I'm hosting on Rabbi's channel, which always seems a little bit strange and weird. Actually hosting on someone else's channel, but there you go, new experiences, as they say. So let's bring him on. He's come a very, very long way. In fact, all the way from a different planet, and he has came to Earth. I don't know why you'd want to come here, but we do know that he has a fascination with the ladies. So let's bring him on. It's a rabbi from another planet.
That is very true. So listen, I want to tell you, out in space, they have no poverty, they have no crime, they have no want. But you know what they also don't have? They have no boobies. They have no boobies, and it's a sadder place for it. So I have made my home here amongst you terrible savages, because you may be there may be war, there may be strife, there may be arguing, but there's still boobies. And if there's boobies, I think there's hope. I think there's hope for all of us. Don't you agree?
I do. They always bring us a bit of hope and joy. So before we start, Rabbi, obviously when we bring on guests, even though it is your channel, and I think this part's a bit weird, but however, I would ask you to if you have any thing that you'd like to plug.
No, right now I am going to be doing an Indiegogo soon for. I'm going to be either doing 2 or 3 things I'm offering. I'm not sure, but I got to do a new cover for my graphic novel, Biblical. Well, I think I'm going to start that next week. But what can I plug? I want to plug my channel as a platform for people who love making comics, who are normally comic skaters, but yeah, it's basically people who love making comics. That's what I would like to plug my channel for.
Fantastic. Now we do have a couple of guests, but unfortunately I don't have their names in front of me. So what I'm going to actually go and do is, when you bring them on, obviously I know who they are, and then I'll give them an intro. So let's bring on, I don't know who you want to bring on first, so could you please bring on our first guest that's going to
Okay, behind door number 1.
We've got Chubb at Mary Boys. Welcome to the show. Live long and prosper, my friend.
Hello. Thank you very much.
I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing good.
Yeah, can't complain. You sound Irish?
I am indeed. I am. I'm from Dublin. I am.
Yep.
I'm in
England. I'm in England, but don't throw me off the channel.
Oh no, you're okay. Listen. I love British people, so you're all right there. Just don't like your prime minister, but we won't go there. So obviously you're here with us tonight, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun. But for people that don't know who you are, and for people especially in this chat, some might know who you are. If you'd like to tell them who you are, what you're working on, and where they can go and see your work, most importantly. As Rabbi says, he's a very big supporter of independent comic book creators and all of this, and this is what this is all about. So this is your chance to let everybody know what you do, and if you want to share anything on the stream, I'm sure Rabbi will allow you to screen share as well. So knock yourself out there.
Okay, so I've just had my wife pass me the comics. Well, basically, I'm the creator of Mary Boys, which is an indie comic book. It is Comicsgate. We did the Indiegogo campaign and launched it, printed it, and the comics are now out there in the ether and still available on Indiegogo. So they exist. It's really.
By the way, no, you'll freaking love this comic. You would love this comic. This is so for you.
Yeah, if you're into 2000 AD, if you like old Mad magazine, then you'll love this. Basically,
it's mental. I'm telling you, you would freaking love that comic. It's so made for you. Imagine lots of Catholicism and violence, right? With a semi-Mad magazine artistic style.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, the story is about 4 teenage Knights Templar running amok in modern-day Britain. But they're very punk, and they drink beer. When they drink beer, they get superhuman strength and speed. And they kick the absolute snot out of anybody they consider to be sinful in order to save their backwater British town from a biblical apocalypse. They've got a sensei who's this alcoholic priest who's in his past life. He had a past life regression, realizing that he was a member of the original order of the Knights Templar. So he trained them up, and taught them how to fight, etc., etc. It's a bit of a mad romp, and it's not politically correct in any shape, way, or form.
No, it's not. It's glorious. politically correct. I have to tell you, it's great.
Well, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. We like a bit of that because everything is politically correct now. I'm actually sick and tired of it. Like, just make stuff that entertain us. And I think that's why Rabbi brings people on like yourself, because you genuinely want to entertain the people that buy your comics. Is there? Oh, there you go. So there it is. There, obviously, as Rabbi has said, every link will be in the link.
It's already there.
In the chat as well at the same time. But go and check this out, guys. I do love the artwork. I have to say, I do be very fascinated on this when I do these because I don't read comics myself. So that's why Rabbi got me part of this, because he's trying to get me into them. And I have to say, the artwork I've seen so far, absolutely fantastic. I love that kind of style. It's brilliant. Yeah, you're right. It is something, Rabbi, that I'd probably read. Actually,
you would really love it. I'm telling you.
It's my type of thing. All right.
With Cole's permission, I'll send you the PDF of the first one. It's really cool.
Yes. Yeah. Go for it. Yeah. And we can do T-shirts too, by the way. I'm wearing one now.
It's
on the page.
There, Rabbi, so you can show everything.
There we full page. There we go.
There you go.
My T-shirt, my sexy body. There you go.
Fantastic. That is, isn't it? I love the T-shirt.
Well, listen, if you haven't bought Mary Boys yet, go click the link, check it out. It's really, really worth it. It's really, really worth it. Anyway,
cool,
right,
that's basically.
Sorry, Mary's Boys, because we'll give you the full. So Mary's Boys. Sorry, I didn't want to cut across you there. Is there anything else you'd like to add as well before we bring on our next guest?
Oh no, I was going to say that's in a nutshell. That's who I am. I'm just a comic book clown, like a lot of other people. But yeah, that's it. That's me.
Well, fantastic. Listen, it looks, just from what I've seen, it looks absolutely fantastic. And please do go check out his work, because, as I said last week, the comic book industry has gone through a bit of a rough time. Well, it's mostly the mainstream, because look what they've done. They've completely destroyed comics, in my opinion, and I don't even read them, but you can see it. It's so plain as day. But people like Mary's Boys there, get some good comics out there, so support them. Independent comic book creators are the future, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. People might have different opinions on this panel, but that's just my opinion. And that's where it all started, believe it or not, though. Little comics back in the day, they all started off from somewhere. These guys are doing the same. They'll build it up, but they'll always remember one thing: the fans. The people that buy their comics. That's what the comic book industry have forgotten in the last few years, especially the mainstream comics. They have forgotten who their clientele is, and they've let them down big time. And people, as I said, like these guys, are well worth supporting. So let's bring on our next guest anyway, Rabbi. I'm rambling on, as I always do, and I'm going to get your name wrong, so I'm just going to go with Jack Obus. Right, because I'll screw it up, but it's nice to have you on the channel, pal. And again, I'll say the same thing to you. If there's anything you'd like to plug, tell people a little bit about yourself, and if you want to showcase some of your work as well. And remember, folks, all the links will be in the link description, and we will throw it in the live chat there as well. So go ahead, introduce yourself to everybody.
Right, well, I'm Jack Obus. I'm kind of new to Comicsgate, but I've already released just a little 3-page comic for everyone to read and hopefully enjoy and have a laugh. His
Twitter link is in the description, and you can, if you go to the bio, you have a link to the comic and the DeviantArt page, right?
Yeah. So I'm practicing comic colouring. I've got a DeviantArt page for that. And I've got 4 Comicsgate people. I'll charge £5 for a picture. That's it.
That's right. I can't do fairer than that. Hey, no, we're losing the chat. We need the chat, and I want to go to bed at some point tonight. Wait. One second. Before we move forward, I've done a bit of production for you. Are you ready for the first round, Noel? Yeah. Let me shoot this. There you go. Round 1.
Right, round one. So if I remember correctly, Rabbi sent me a screenshot, so I'll just go to the screenshot because it'll be easier than him explain it again, because when he explains at 100 miles an hour, I get confused. So I will read the screenshot. So round one, where is your account? Where are you? You're always hard to find on bloody stuff.
I am hard to find. I can be a bit, what's the word? Yeah, a bit squeezy. Bit sneaky, that's what I was looking for.
Right, so where is this tweet you sent? Oh, this message you sent me. So here we go.
I can tell you.
Right, so round one. So the chat. So right, guys, here it is. So I want you guys to pick a genre and then an age range. So what age range do you want the comic to be? Then I obviously choose and feed it to the panel. So a genre and age range of that genre, and then whatever you want it to be, I will then go and say to the panel, right, this is the genre, this is the age
chat,
range.
give us some genres. Sci-fi, horror, comedy.
Come on, yeah.
So have we got anybody mentioning that? We need you guys in the chat to actually take part in this part. It's a little bit interactive. It doesn't work unless you guys actually take part. So if you could leave it, because
first,
right. So horror, we've got one. Horror 18 to 25, because it's the only one that's up there. We'll go with that one first.
Okay, we got horror. Let's see if anybody else. Yeah, fire. We got a bunch of horror. Let's see if anybody else wants a different age range. I think.
Hang on, you said I could choose, and I'm choosing horror.
I'm sorry, you're right. You're in charge.
Yeah, so horror 18 to 25. Who would like to take that on first? Who would like to pitch?
Yeah,
first?
So just an example of a comic book, horror 18 to 25.
Yeah,
that age range.
Yeah,
pretty much all of them, right?
No. You got to pitch an original horror comic.
All right, okay.
18 to 25 age group.
Yeah, you're basically pitching a comic that you would do yourself, and we've given you the instructions. So you basically, your genre is horror, and your age range is between 20. What was it? What was the age range?
18 to 25.
Yeah, 18 to 25. So it's a bit adult themed, obviously, from that age range. Yeah.
Okay, who wants to go first? You choose who you're going to throw in first.
Right, I'm going to throw you in first because you cheated on the quiz, and I'm bitter.
Sorry, are you guys having a connection?
So I'm going to put you on the spot.
Should I go out and come back in again? Because I think I don't know if it's every now and again I get the little spindly wheel of death here.
If it happens again, then we'll do it.
Okay, all right. Okay, so
I can go. You can go. Jacobs can go. I'm happy for any of us to go. I don't really have a fully formed idea, but I think
right. Rabbi, I'm the host. I pick who goes first. You stay silent now, or I'm gonna have to mute you. Yeah, I know it's your channel, but you've asked me to host this, and you're taking over. So let me host. I choose who goes first, and I chose you to go first. So the genre is horror, and the age range is 18 to 25. Please give your pitch.
Feminist werewolf.
Wait, he told me to go first.
Oh, sorry. It's like I said, it keeps cutting out.
Oh my God, it keeps cutting out on him. Relax.
Okay. So it is me, right? I'm supposed to go?
Go, Rabbi. Go.
I don't want to get in trouble.
You're not going to get into trouble. Go.
That's still my idea.
Okay. So this is a horror comic I've had in the back of my head for quite some time.
Right.
It would be it's basically pulling off like my my bizarre arcane knowledge of like Kabbalistic stuff and rabbinical stuff, and like kind of like my book Biblical did. But I think Biblical's kind of similar to that. It is horror, but basically I'll go for all the like 15th century horror tropes, which are like what will give like modern day spin. And so essentially you have a Kabbalist and a vampire forced to work together in an unholy alliance. The vampire is trying to reform himself and is living off fish blood, only fish blood, because fish only has fish blood is considered more kosher than anything else. So that's who he is, and there is the first story, the initial story involves something called a Dybbuk, right? A Dybbuk is basically a demonic possession. And actually, I've heard recordings of genuine, exorcisms of these things. They're scary. So it happened. The Dybbuk got into the victim, who will make a. Who should be the victim? The victim will be. Oh yeah, the victim is like a younger rabbinical student, like a 14-year-old kid from a yeshiva. So it's kind of a kid, and he's being inhabited by his great grandfather, who has been cursed to. His soul has been cursed to wander the earth for child molestation, right? And that's how he ended up on this inside this kid, because he's a predatory nature towards children.
Wow.
So so essentially, we don't know where this duo, this Kabbalist and this vampire, come from. They kind of appear at the beginning of the story and disappear. There's an idea they work for a higher authority. We don't know if that exists in this world or the next. And let me just think. Just unconnected scenes which I would weave in. I would have the vampire discombobulated, taken out by being drowned in torrents of blood. I'll do a bit. I always fancy doing that with a vampire. And let me think. There's a lot. There'll be a lot of weird stuff about drawing Kabbalistic trees, scratched out of the ground. So yeah, there'll be a lot of touchstones and stuff that people know are real or has a real basis. That makes it more scary, I think. Right. So that's the basic idea, the basic form of it. So the first so the first story arc is 4 issues. 4 issues? I think 4. No, I think 3 issues. First story arc is 3 issues. Again, goes bounces between seemingly normal stuff and very genuine, deep dark horror with a psychosexual twist on it occasionally. There you go. That's my basic idea.
Thank you for that pitch, Rabbi. By the way, before we do the scores tonight, I don't want any of this 0.5 rubbish that we have because me trying to add it all up was ridiculous. So I won't take your vote if you start with the 0.5. It's 1 to 10. So if you think Rabbi's pitch was good, you give it a rating. Or if you think it was bad, you give it a low rating. None of this 0.5 rubbish, all right? So we'll start with, we'll go with Mervy's boys next. So if you want to pitch your pitch, that would be fantastic. And thank you, Rabbi. That was a good pitch, mate.
Thank you.
You set the bar incredibly high. I'm really bad at pulling things out of my ass. Let's see.
For a bit of fun anyway, so just no pressure, mate. No pressure.
Let's see. What did I say? It would be what I said, feminist werewolf, right?
Yeah.
I thought that would be. It would be kind of like actually a vegan werewolf would actually be funnier. Somebody who really has that internal struggle of going out and killing, whereas still waking up and you've got all this and you're covered in blood and you've got your fridge is full of human remains, but you're still trying to lead this double life. And I mean that would just hit you on several levels, wouldn't it? Apart from killing people, but it's quite shallow, isn't it? It's just a really sort of 5-minute, 5-page comic book sort of idea.
You've got a germ something there. So you've got a vegan who is a serial killer, right?
Yeah.
So you can do something kind of like Dexter with that.
Sorry, Rabbi, are you stealing someone else's picture or getting involved?
He's a pitch doctor.
If I have to chastise you one last time, mate, I'm gonna have to. It's as simple as that. You can't ruin.
What do you want out of me?
I want you to stay silent when people are doing their pitch and not interfere.
Well, it's about torment because that's what a lot of modern fiction they leave out the torment part, the inner torment. I mean, when Anne Rice started writing books about werewolves fighting crime and Twilight did a good werewolf stuff, they lost the source of all this, the werewolf lore. I mean, because it's a really good book on the origins of the werewolf myth, etc., where there's always the person you would in the village that you would least expected, typically an old guy who lives by himself, is a bit peculiar, has been kidnapping children and eating them. So that sort of thing. It's a horrible thing, and very often these people are demented. They are these days would probably be mollycoddled by the state and given a state pension or something like and helped. But there's a lot of torment. It's a very ugly sort of thing. There's nothing magical about it. So I thought bringing into a modern context, you would have somebody you want to see tormented. So you would take veganism, for example. I can't stand vegans, and have them and have the added sort of elements of I'm eating people. How would that? It would just be like an extra level of gross out for them.
I can totally listen. I'm not butting in, but I could totally.
And I'm only taking everybody that if nobody knows me and Rabbi, we do this to each other all the time. This is not me. No. So
I just
saying there's no one having a go at Rabbi. No, I'm not. Go ahead anyway, Rabbi. But you are breaking the rules right now. So.
Crazy vegans, those annoying crazy vegans who get so crazy. They say, "Well, meat is murder. I might as well just murder you, right?" And they're gonna eat you, right? And they start hacking bits. They keep you alive so they can see so you can see them.
Yeah, these vegans understand that carrots are alive. They're a living plant. You're throwing it into boiling. Poor carrot is screaming.
Extinction Rebellion with cannibalism. That's a good pitch. I like that already.
Right, let's go to Jacko Bus's pitch, and then we will get the scores after each pitch. Remember that Lee has let you know in the chat as well. So we'll go with your pitch now, pal, and obviously the genre is horror 18 to 25.
Right, well, I'm thinking it would probably be like a 80-page graphic novel that would work better as a film. So I'd say this tech company ask for volunteers to try a new virtual reality set game type thing. They get put in a labyrinth, which they think is part of the VR experience, but it's just them being put in there. And then as they progress through the labyrinth to try and escape, there's worse and worse and worse stuff that they come across. So it will start with some hungry rabid dogs, and then as they progress through, you'll end up with demonic monsters. But in a film setting, it would be more of a jumpy kind of horror film. I'm not quite sure how.
But you know what would be cool, right? When they take off the VR, the headsets or whatever, and they're still in the VR and they're still in the horror.
These things didn't work.
And they can't get out.
It reminds me of that Big Brother thing that they did years ago. Do you remember that? What was it, Big Brother Offset or something with zombies or something happened. They did a Big Brother kind of thing. It was deadly. I mean, look, for me, all three pitches are great. It's going to be very hard to pick. Sorry, I don't know if Jacob actually finished his pitch because Rabbi knows the rules again. Rabbi, what are you doing, pal? You're killing me here, mate. Just let him finish, and then you can comment on both their pitches. I promise, right? So just we'll just wait. So we let him finish his pitch, and then I'll let you jump in, Rabbi. Right? Dead Set was called, by the way. The movie it was called Dead Set. There you go. So go ahead, Jack. Sorry, man.
That's the main storyline. It would just be filled with loads of gory killings and whatnot to make it 18 to 25.
Right. Is there a central character or anything like that? Have you?
No, it'd be like jumping from different character to character, so you can choose who you like.
Right. Well, that actually sounds interesting as well. So, guys, Lee is giving you the instructions in the chat. So the first 3 people give the 3 scores. Remember, no half scores. So if you like Rabbi's pitch, please give us the scores for Rabbi right now. The first 3 people that we get in the chat will take your 3 scores. We'll take your... Actually, no, sorry. You have to give us the 3 scores of each pitch. So the first 3 people to give us the scores for 3 pitches. That's what it is. So let's see. Rabbi gives himself 1,000. It goes
100,000.
Rabbi, goes up to 10, and you do know, mate, that you don't get to vote for yourself, pal. Unfortunately.
Listen, if you don't vote for yourself, no one's going to. First,
right, well, Daniel gave you. Daniel gave you
10 out of 10 for everything. Oh, we lost.
Daniel gave you a 7. Oh no,
Okay.
Daniel gave you an 8. Sorry, and PD Rich gave you a 7. So we're looking for one more score for Rabbi. So if someone would like to give us a score, 1 to 10. Oh, Oh, I can't put that down. A -10. Yeah. Oh no, 289.
Oh.
Are you serious? Well, I have to take that.
8. Okay, he came in before the -10. -10 doesn't count. Okay.
Okay, well, here we go. Hold on. So we got Rabbi. So see, I'm after doing this wrong. So Rabbi got his first 2 scores, and we take Tracy Thomas's score for Rabbi, which is a 5. Right now, I've got this sorted. So now, Alpha Omega, stop moving, chat, will you? There we go. So we've got Tracy Thomas gives Jack 6. Well done, Jack. Should get 8. So, and as I gave Rabbi's score already, so we go to Alpha Omega scores, which I gave Rabbi his score already. 2 out of 7 for who? You have to give the name to the people. So
they get 7 out of 10. He's saying Alpha Omega.
Who's getting 7 out of 10?
Chubb
getting 7 out. So you're giving both 7 out of 10. Okay, I get that. Right. So then we have no, we can't use Chris's score. This is all after getting all types of messed up, Rabbi. We have to come up with a better system, mate. Right, I need one more person to give me 3 scores. I can't take single scores. I need people to give me, so one more person. So there we go.
In the chat, yeah, PD Rich, he gave you 3. You already counted my one.
Yeah, I've counted your one already. He gave you a 7.
He's giving Chubb 9. He's giving Mary Boy's 9.
Yeah,
it was 8.
He's given Chubb what?
9.
Right. So the Chubb got a 9, a 7, and an 8. Jack got 6, a 7, and I'm looking for another score for Jack, and he gets another. He gets an 8 there. No, yeah, he gets an 8 off. Yeah, so we've got the scores. Right, we've got the scores. They're done. So after round 1, we have to come up with a better system, though, Rabbi, because this is not working.
We have to come up with a better system. That's true.
So we've got the score so far is 14. That's 15. So Rabbi is on 20.
Yes.
I will be celebrating.
20.
We've got Jack on 21. Wow. And I think we've got a leader already, 70. So that's 24. And we've got Mary's boys on 24 so far. So after round 1 pitches, we've got Rabbi in last place on 20 points. We've got Jack in second place with 21 points. Well done. This is just the first round. There's 3 rounds, guys. But in the lead so far with a 3-point lead over Jack is Mary's boys with 24. Now, round 2. So I need you to suggest the character and where about in their timeline, i.e. Superman, any DC Marvel basically character, and you choose, and we have to pitch a year and an arc of the comic book. So what I need from the chat is to suggest the character, i.e. and then obviously the timeline, and I get to choose. Then this one is awkward. I hate this one.
No, I have good news for you. Problem being, in the chat is just going to collect all the scores. He's going to give you the scores. You don't worry about adding them up. He's going to take care of that, he says.
But I should be reading out the scores so everybody knows who's winning.
Yeah, but you don't have to worry about adding them up. Problem being,
that adds too much mess to it. Listen, we'll simplify it. I'm going to do the scores the way I've been doing the scores.
Okay.
So what happens is, for this round, when I ask you to pitch, you give me the 3 scores at the same time. Put their names, and the first 3 people to comment, I take the 3 scores from each of those 3 people. That's as simple as that. We don't need to overcomplicate it by getting someone else to count up totals.
Right,
I have it sorted. So what I need from the chat now is characters, as Lee has put in, characters and timeline. So Alpha Omega, Batman 10 years into the future. We'll go with that one. So who would like to go? I'll give you the opportunity.
No, let's give it a couple of seconds, see if anybody else suggests anything.
Well, Lee is still, yeah, I know, but like we got one there and you said that you have to go, so I'm trying to move it along.
I understand. Oh, we're going to say Arthur Dent, hitchhikers in present day. Okay.
Right, one more person, and then I pick out of those 3 then.
Right, that's the way. See, I told you we'll work it out as we go.
Well, we'll see. Maybe what you should do is actually on Twitter during the week and on your Facebook page, actually ask people those questions so we already have the pit. We already have them in place, so then I can just.
I just got to get comic book people more used to coming to the stream.
Right, so we still only have the 2 choices. So I'm going to go with, because there's 2 choices, we'll go with Tracy Thomas's choice then, to be fair. So Arthur Dent from Hitchhikers Present Time. So who would like to go first this time? I'll give you the choice. Who would like to go first? And remember, Mary's boys, you're in the lead right now, so you can actually, because you are in the lead, you can choose to wait until the other 2 pitch, or you can go first. Sorry,
I don't have a clue who that is. I read that ages ago, so I'm gonna pass.
Okay, just very quickly, Arthur Dent. Arthur Dent is your everyman Englishman. He lives in the home counties. He has this nice little house, and one morning he wakes up to find his house is about to be demolished. So he lays in front of the bulldozers in his pajamas and wearing in his dressing gown, and then eventually his friend, full prefect, convinces him to come away with him. Turns out the Earth is about to be destroyed in to make way for a hyperspace bypass. His friend is a researcher for the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That just gives you like little snippets about all things about the galaxy. They hitch a ride from the Destructor fleet. They have fabulous adventures through space, time, and reality. And throughout it, Arthur Dent remains in his pajamas and is in his dressing gown as the quintessential English man. And he's that's basically who he is.
That sounds vaguely familiar. Yeah, I think I watched the movie too.
Okay, yeah. Played by,
long ago.
Martin, whatever it is, the guy from plays Watson.
Can I still pass? Can I still get Jacobus to do this one? Good.
You've got to take a swing at it. But if you don't know the character, there's
well, see, this is why I think, we should let people decide beforehand, because it's not fair if he doesn't know the character. How can he actually pitch a proper?
But you got to listen. A comic book executive says, "Listen, kid, I need a 12-issue arc for Arthur Dent. This is your big break. That's just where you are.
But the person that would be pitching that or pitching their idea would have already done the research. He hasn't done the research on the character, so I do think that's a bit unfair.
You got to come in with a base. There's a lot of characters I don't know. You got to come in with a basic knowledge.
Okay, right, you're the boss. Right.
Or we could do Batman 10 years in the future, or we got the elongated man 1,500 years in the past. We have those two
Well,
other.
I did try to pick the easiest one and pick that, man, but you wanted me to wait, so I waited. So
you could go to Batman. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
Right, I've got a quick pitch for Arthur Dent.
Okay, well, let's see your Arthur Dent pitch. I still haven't thought one. Okay, go ahead.
So we'll say after the whole saga, when he goes traveling across space and all that stuff, he gets back, and the research people want to know more about Earth. So you get like a comedy story of him in his pajamas in places like Ibiza and stuff like that, and it's just a typical, like the preteen drinking comedy.
yeah,
Films, just one of them.
right. That was quick and easy. That's brilliant. The way we like it. So we'll go with you next, Rabbi.
Okay. Arthur Dent is back on Earth. He's trying to. By the way, yeah, Alpha Omega said 42. 42 is going to be the name of the movie or the comic book, whatever we're going to call it, the story. Okay, Arthur Dent is back on Earth after his adventures, trying to retain his normal life. He's trying to rekindle a romance with a woman that he tried to date just before the world was destroyed. The world was remade several times, but the whole it's a time-space reality thing. But he's just in this new Earth, this new reality. He's trying to just get back to his life. However, the Earth is visited by some alien. He's trying to get back to his normal life. However, a spaceship crashes in the middle of New York. The spaceship crashes in Central Park in New York. Inside is an old strung out Zaphod Beetlebrox, the former president of the universe. And he's the herald of a new intergalactic war, and he needs to recruit the best expert to defeat this foe, which is Arthur Dent. Arthur Dent. So Earth just wants to get rid of this annoying guy, this annoying Zaphod Beetlebrox guy, and doesn't want anything to do with the war. So they basically kick Arthur Dent out, forcing him to go off with Zaphod, and the aliens he needs to meet and to defeat are okay. They are artificial intelligences that were created out of a beverage machine that became obsessed with trying to make make a cup of tea, which Arthur Dent threw away one time when he asked for a cup of tea. When they made it scanned his brain, and they may say almost was not completely opposite to what tea was. So they so it's the artificial intelligences, and he needs to teach them how to brew a cup of tea. And there's a religious war going on between these artificial intelligence, between the faction that says, do you warm the pot first, and the other part that says, no, if you warm the pot, you might stew the tea. So and he has to basically sort this religious war out. And Zaphod Beetlebrox was under contract to the intergalactic shipping company, so they could resume their tea route once again, and tea would be sold across the universe. That is that's my pitch.
Wow, I think that's the first pitch that hasn't included boobies, mass murder, and yolk.
I write what listen. I write to the brief. I write to the brief.
Right,
Okay.
let's go to the leader himself of the first round, and obviously after his get ready to put your scores in, the first three people. Okay, so we go to Mary's boys for your pitch, the final pitch of this round, and the next pitch, by the way, the next round is actually easy, so it's pretty easy. So it's a good one to end on, to be honest. I like it, Rabbi. Well done. The next one is easier than this one. So go ahead, Mary, boys. You're in the lead. Remember, you've got a 3-point lead here. So if you give a half decent pitch, you could win.
Okay, all right. I was thinking that once he gets, once the after the first adventure, after the Earth wasn't destroyed, he kind of has a change of pace, and he decides to become a guru, right? And he becomes a bit like Ken Kesey in the Electric Kool-Aid acid test, and takes a bus trip across England, taking lots of LSD and then garnering a lot of disciples, because he had seen the world being unmade and being remade, and he started helping people with their problems. A few years later, so it kind of changes. It changes who he is. He becomes a lot more open-minded sort of guy, and a little bit strange from taking all that LSD. And it becomes really strange when the aliens come back. They're aliens from a different planet whose planet is also going to be destroyed. They've got the same sort of message. They're asking him to be a project manager and trying to resolve the issue that Earth had before. And he does that. That is his new thing. He skips from planet to planet to planet in solving people's problems. And it's a kind of change your career, find your inner self, Anthony Robbins type of story, until he becomes intergalactically famous yes man for people whose planets are about to be obliterated.
That's a pretty good pitch, I tell you. For some reason, already that actually fits. That all works, I think.
Rabbi, Lee is in the chat. Lee in the chat is saying that they can't see the panelists' names on your.
Yeah, I just worked it out. I put it back on because they had the comment on.
Right. So, guys, this is your chance now to give you our scores. The first 3 people, and remember, you're given the scores for every single pitch. So post your scores. Lee is obviously doing a fantastic job in the chat reminding you. And while you are posting the scores, before we start round 3, I'll just tell you is actually that the next round is going to be very easy. So it's going to be interesting.
I like easy. It's easy.
So do I. Rabbi always throws curveballs, but that's what I love about him. He really wants to get the best out of his guests, so he comes up with all of these ideas. And, they seem mad, but we will refine it. Obviously, we're only the second weekend. So there we go.
Pretty good.
So we've got Alpha. Rabbi, wait for a minute now. Don't confuse me, please. First, just 1 second. We've got Alpha, Omega, and PD Rick have left a score. So I need one more person. So Alpha Omega has given Rabbi 8 this round. He has given Chubb 8 this round also. And Jacob, has gotten 7 this round. So we go with PD Rich. He gives Jacob 6. Okay. These are all very mean. He's give Rabbi 9. I see what's going on here. And he gives Chubb 7. We can see what's going on here. This is like the Eurovision Song Contest. Yeah. Right, we need one more. So we got it. It's from Chris. So hold on. We've got Chris. So we've got 9 for Rabbi's T. Okay. We've got 5 for Jack. Okay. And we have 7 for Chubb. So let's count those scores up now.
Schools and doors.
And then we'll do we won't do the combined score yet, right? So that's obviously that's 18, and then we add that, and that's 18. That's 26. So 26 there, and we've got 7. So we got 11 there. That's 18. Okay, and we get 14, and then we get it there. Right, here's the scores. So, in 4th place we have Jack with 18 points. In 2nd place we've got Mary's Boys with 22 points. But that boy has actually won this round with a whopping 26 points, and we won't do the combined scores just yet, but we are ready now for the last round, round 3, and this is going to be my favorite because it's so bloody easy, and I'll give you a couple of minutes each to what we'll do is I'll read out some of the names in the chat, maybe give you a couple of minutes to come up with a decent pitch for the last one. I think that'll be fair.
Luke, quickly, can you guys just give me a second? Be right back.
No problem. But the chat has to suggest the universe.
Yeah, no. We do round 3 is no, sorry. So click for round 3, my friend.
Oh yeah, you're right. So it's me. Yes, again, we are a well-oiled machine here.
Yes, we are. And I do love those intros, to be quite honest. We will get this right eventually. Don't worry. Right. So the last pitch is the easiest one of them all. And you know what? For this round, because I am the host, I'm the one that's going to pick the universe, and I'm the one that's going to pick the actual character. Because I've been put through a lot of stress from Rabbi, so I'm going to take my reward. So this is my reward. I'm only messing. Right, okay. Guys, listen up. You're going to love this one. We'll just wait for Chubb to come back, and we will. So the pitch is this. This is what you have to do, guys. It's as easy as this. Where is that bloody... Why did I go out of the message anyway? There we go. So round 3, we've got to get the chat. So you guys in the chat, an existing universe, okay? Any existing universe that's out there, DC, Marvel, whatever, okay? You get to choose, and then you have to pitch an original comic in that universe. So guys, you on the panel, you have to pitch an original comic in that universe. So we need 3 people to suggest.
Give us a universe, chat. Give us a universe.
Give us a universe. So do you want DC or Marvel or whatever?
Star Wars, Star Trek, you name it. Men in Black, but it's got to be an original story within that universe.
Exactly. So whatever you pick, whatever character.
Marvel Universe, Stargate Universe. Ooh, don't know much about Stargate. Okay.
Right. So we have Stargate, we have Marvel Universe, and we have the Mirror Universe. So they're the 3 choices. So I will go with. Do you know what? I'm going to go with what I don't really know. Right. I do know Stargate, and we do know the Marvel Universe. So I'm going to go with the Mirror Universe because I'm intrigued to know what that's about, and I'd love to hear pitches. But I don't know what characters are in the Mirror Universe. So what's
Star Trek? It's the Mirror Universe from Star Trek.
Oh, that one. Okay. Oh yeah. Jeez, why did I pick that?
So if you want, you can go again. If you can use that, or you can use any of those 3 if you want.
No, I think I should throw a curveball in there because I'll tell you why. JJ and his team kind of bad robot are ridiculous. I did like the first one, but they went a bit crazy after that. I'd like to hear pitches actually off you guys because I bet you could come up with something better than JJ. So with that said, who would like to go first?
For the Mirror Universe, we're sticking with
the
Mirror
Universe. That's what I'm picking. Mirror Universe.
I want to go last because I've got to read what the Mirror Universe is.
Yeah, same.
Okay. I'll just tell you. You've seen Star Trek, right? The original Star Trek.
No, I don't do Star Trek.
But have you seen it? You know what it is? It's a spaceship.
It, but I haven't watched it.
Right. Well, will I be fair and pick the Marvel Universe because then you can all pitch different characters in that and something that'll be easier for everybody. Yeah. See, Rabbi,
I halfway through my pitch from the Mirror Universe. I had a good one going in my head.
I know, but you've got to take into account that other people are not going to know.
I'm just going to throw this out there. My basic pitch would have been Star Trek Next Generation in the Mirror Universe. I want to see what everyday life is like in the Mirror Universe, in the Star Trek Next Generation timeline, as they go out and they conquer and they subdue alien planets in the name of the Terran Empire. And so you get I would like to see the politics between all the characters, plus them doing terrible things and succeeding at it. That sounds like an awesome comic to me. But okay, we'll go
that actually does sound like an awesome comic. See, I feel, but see,
he doesn't know it. We have to say
maybe for this round, maybe for next week. See the way you got the pitch around there. Why not like let everybody for the last round get to pitch their own?
That's the first round. You got to do the you just have to like they give you the genre and that's one with no boundaries. You have the genre and the age group, age range.
Well, there is a boundary because you have to. If it's horror and something, then you're coming up. I just
right. There's got to be some boundary, otherwise it's not competition.
Okay, right. Okay, you're the boss. You're the boss.
I like the idea of Riker and charging Picard as number 2. That's a pretty good idea, actually, isn't it? Because like super assassin. Okay, fine. We're in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, we're in the Marvel universe.
Okay, Marvel universe.
So you pitch an original comic within the Marvel universe, and as you pitched your other one just there a second ago, give one of the lads a chance to go first. So who would like to go first, guys?
I'll go first.
Very much like to go first. So go ahead.
I was thinking it'll be really cool. Like I used to date a hairdresser, right? Long story, but always made me think, what would a hairdresser's practice look like, or hairdressing salon that specializes in servicing superheroes? Because I mean, they all look really buff, right? Or they look really pretty. They always look really well kempt. Then you don't really see them. And now you do. Actually, now you do. You see them big, fat, and ugly, and all shapes and sizes. But traditionally, you didn't. And I always thought to myself, well, that must be hell trying to give Superman a haircut, trying to wax the beast. So I was thinking, so you'd have a very specialized sort of beauty salon that did nails, that did hair, that did all sorts of all sorts of weird sort of homeopathic remedies and stuff like that. And it would specifically be servicing. They'd have all sorts of contraptions and things to service those superheroes. And I was thinking they would be aliens, because they're the only ones who would have all the technology. So they would be like an international franchise setting up on Earth, because they deal with lots of different planets, possibly out of the dimensions with superheroes. So they arrive on Earth hoping to do some business. And the main character would be a really all hairdressers suffer from substance abuse issues. So that I think the main character would be like that, a really hard drinking business lady, hell bent on getting a business set up on Earth. But then you would have something like some sort of major Marvel event happening in the midst of this, and her trying to make ends meet and trying to
keep it. Well, keeping to the chat. It's problem being says the beast waxes.
Well, you never see all of the beast, do you?
Right. You've got to see the beast waxing. I'm up for that.
Well, that's a great little pitch there. I actually really enjoyed that pitch there. Actually, if you do write that, let me know, man. Let me know. I'll buy it, definitely. That sounds great. I love that pitch. Right, Rabbi, go on. I'll give you.
I'm ready. I've got a great pitch for you.
Right. Yeah, you do.
It's called Amazing Fantasy. It's set in 1962. It's set in 1962. It continues in real time. In real time through the 60s. It follows the story of young Peter Parker in 1962 as a 1960s kid who is secretly Spider-Man, but that's not really a major part of the story. Him getting a job working at the Daily Bugle. It's the lives and loves of the Daily Bugle as the superhero universe starts to bloom, starts to come out, set in that beautiful period, that 1960s period. So you got that Mad Men kind of feel to it as you get the inter-office politics, but they're also, investigating superheroes. And I think, superhero stories. And I think I said 1962 because that's the first appearance of Spider-Man, right? And his first appearance was in Amazing Fantasy, I think 27, right? So that's what's called Amazing Fantasy. I can see like Jonah Jameson saying, we want something that's an amazing fantasy. I can see him like saying that, smoking a lot, drinking a lot. So you get all that going on. And at the same time as Into Politics, you get the the cool superhero stuff going on. I love that book. I want to read that book. That sounds like a great book. If I say so myself, I'm quite happy with that.
Fantastic, Rabbi. I like the pitch, man. You know what? You do come up with some interesting pitches, I have to be honest with you. But they always seem to be a bit out there. You know? I love it. I love the one that you did last week for the kids. And it like had murder and blood and guts. And I was like, what the hell is this Rabbi on? Like, but right, let's go into the last. This has been brilliant. This last part, actually, I do love it. Jack, and I'm looking forward to your pitches. Your pitches have been very interesting as well. Actually, do you know what, guys? You two guests tonight have been absolutely fantastic. I've loved the pitches off both of you. Really good. So, Jack, it's up to you. Can you give us a better pitch than those two? Let's see.
I'll give it a go. I was a bit worried actually because Rabbi almost ventured on what I was thinking.
Whoa.
Nerve-wracking. But my thinking is like a 4-issue like mini-series where Spider-Man is dealing with a mystical villain, and during that battle he gets like body swapped with J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh, that's a fun story.
Yeah.
Storyline. Yeah, it's cool.
Peter Parker ends up running the Daily Bugle, and J. Jonah Jameson has to be the guy he hates most in the world. And he sees through Spider-Man's eyes, where like the public love him for saving him, and he just hates himself for it.
Where does where does Jonah go? So he becomes Spider-Man.
Yeah. He like goes into Peter Parker, and Parker goes into JJ.
Disaster.
I reckon that could be a fun story.
Yeah,
that's a fun story. That's a good idea.
Especially Jonah as Spider-Man. Yeah, he wouldn't be a hero anymore.
Lads, they're even working together now. This is good. This is good. I like that pitch. Yes. And when you said you were a bit worried, isn't it funny though, guys? You know, you have different pitches, but there might be certain elements that you will. You know, it's very clever that the lot is kind of feeding. He's kind of go down the same kind of direction. If you know what I mean, he's have the kind of same line of thinking, and it's absolutely incredible to see people's minds at work when they're trying to think of a story. I have to say, I've enjoyed every single. This is my favorite round, by the way, because this is the less stressful round, guys. So I feel it for you, but yeah, I love this one because this is the round that makes me enthusiastic about comics, right? Is listening, okay, you're using an original, but you're coming up with a fresh original pitch. And I love that. So Alpha Omega, I'll tell you what, I have to be fair, right? Because the last couple of people that have given scores have been Alpha Omega and the other guys. Let's see if we can give a couple of other people a chance. So Chris, I think we've only used Chris once. So we'll Chris, Tracy, and we've done PD, Rich. All right, we'll go with the tree that's there. We have to go with the
good-looking green avatar in the...
right, we'll go with what came up first because that's the only fair way of doing it, actually, because if I start taking other scores, I'll influence the scores. So Jack got a 9 for his pitch. Well deserved, in my opinion. I'd actually even go as far as I'd give him a 10, to be honest, if I could vote for him. Rabbi gets an 8. Rabbi's pitch was actually very interesting as well, and Chubb also gets an 8. These scores are actually good. So let's see. So Rabbi, pick off. I love it. You can't score them 0 and you're not part of it. Get away. Right, who have we got next? So Rabbi gave himself a 10, of course, but I'm not writing it down. And he gave the other two a 0. Get away. All right, Chris.
Okay, this is writing 101. Always give yourself a 10. Always give yourself the highest score you possibly can. And always give whoever is your opponent the 0. That's writing 101. It's a cutthroat business.
Right, here we go.
You all got the job.
Second person to give their vote was Chris, and he gave a Rabbi 8, he gave Jack 8, and he gave Chubb 7. And we're going with Tracy Thomas's score now, and she gives Rabbi an 8. And she gives Chubb a 7. And Jacob gets a 6. Ooh. Okay. Let's add up these scores. So, right. So, right. So that's, yeah. Have I got that right? Just want to make sure. Right. So, Rabbi, no, I won't give the score yet, actually. Why? Because that'd be giving it away. 15. 16. Right. So that's an, oh, guys, this round is pretty fucking close.
It was, you know what? It was three great pitches. That's why I had to tell you. I like Jack's one.
Right. Well, here we go. Right, and these are not the final scores. So, round 3. These are the results. We've got Mary's Boys with 22 points. In second place, we've got Jack with 23 points. But in first place, Rabbi with 24. So there was a point in it. But I do have to add up the scores from the previous round. So Rabbi got 20 in round 1. He got 26 in round 2. And he's gotten 24. So that's 10. So that's a total score of 70 points for Rabbi. Right, let's go with Jack. So Jack scored 21 the first round. The second round, he scored 18. And in this round, he scored 23. So we've got, that's a 12 there. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 62 for Jack. And for Mary's Boys, started off with a 24. Well done. That was the second highest score, actually, believe it or not. The highest score, Rabbi got it with 26 in round 2. So where am I? I'm getting confused. We're with Mary's Boys. Yeah, so 24. We got a 22 and another 22. So we got 4. That's 8. And we've got, right. So here are the scores. I'm actually a bit shocked about this result, actually. I have to be honest. Someone's going to be gloating very much so. So in last place, and I have to personally, and I know this is the decision of people in the chat, but I disagree with you 100% on this. In last place, it's Jack. I thought Jack's pitches were very interesting, to be honest. So, Jack, 62 points for you, mate.
I'm happy with that.
In second place, though, with 68 points, was Mary's Boys. Again, great, interesting pitches, mate. But it's Rabbi with 70 points that wins.
That pact of Satan still working out for me. But look, the truth is, you know, one of the things that I like about the show, want to do with this show, is to demystify making comics. Because if anybody's out there thinking about making comics, you don't know where to start. You don't know where ideas come from. You don't know what to do. You see, so here that we all we chipped in on each other's pitches. I think we made each other's pitches better. They're all good. But, you know, like when anybody says, like Chris Chibnall very, very famously said a couple of years ago, that they've run out of ideas. They run out of ideas to do a Christmas special. Anybody says they run out of ideas, they're not.
They shouldn't be writing. They shouldn't be writing. That's the bottom line.
All three of us here, we kept pumping ideas out, and again, that's why I'm really interested in Comicscape people, because that's normally where you find it. That's normally where you find that kind of like ingenuity and passion.
Right. Well, before we do head off, I'm going to give the lads one last opportunity to pitch themselves again. Let them know about their projects. Remember, everything's in the link description. Things have been thrown up in the chat. They'll obviously tell you where to find their stuff themselves as well. So, Jack, we'll go with you, because I don't believe I actually thought you were hard done by tonight, pal. 62 points. You deserve better, pal. But you can go ahead and plug yourself there and plug whatever projects you have in the pipeline or whatever you want to do, pal.
So, as I said, there's a free short comic book for everyone to read. Just click the link and it will take you to the Google Drive page. I do comic colouring, pretty much, well, whatever you want, I'll give it a go. And I'm working on Riot Girl and Cherry Bomb, which is in the making at the moment.
Absolutely fantastic. Listen, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on, and it's nice to meet you. I'll try even get you on my channel, the Tardis Zone. If you'd like to pop on, we'll arrange something. I'm on Twitter if you want to come on, and you can do more plugging and showing off your work and stuff like that, because you guys definitely should be supported. Mary's boys, Chubb, second place, well done. You started off very strongly, I have to say, with your very first pitch. It was absolutely fantastic. But let everybody know where they can find you, what you've got going on, and all your. If you have, oh, sorry, Jack, I forgot to ask. Any social medias you want to just shout out there? You're on Twitter, Facebook,
just
whatever.
Twitter, Jacobus Gotex. That's the only place you'll find me, really.
Okay, and I'll say the same to you as well, Chubb. If you're on Twitter, Facebook, whatever it is, plug them as well. Okay, so go ahead, mate.
Yep. So like I said before, I'm just a creator of Merry Boys. The comic is on in demand in the store. It's already been printed, so if you order it, it'll be shipped out next day. I'm working on another comic book also involving Merry Boys at the moment. For updates on that, you just I think Twitter is probably the best place to get a hold of me. It's at MerryBoys1, the number 1. And yeah, I guess that's it. That's pretty much it.
The merchandise that you have there, the T-shirt again, just in case anybody's interested in your T-shirt.
Yeah, well, here are the books. Yeah, the comics. A4 size, so UK size. And and we do T-shirts too. These are available on the campaign. I was wondering if my camera is doing this any justice. It's a bit...
Oh yeah, we could see it. It's man. Is that a chainsaw he's holding or a baseball bat? Oh no, it's a big
cricket bat.
It's a cricket bat, yeah.
Oh, cricket bat, deadly man. Yeah, that is a nice T-shirt, pal. Cameras obviously on air computers are a bit ropey, but we can see it. But go listen, as I said, check out their stuff. These guys need support, and I'm sure they'll be on air channels at some stage again. Definitely get you on again, guys. The both of you. I'll get you on my channel if you want to come on and plug your stuff. The more exposure you get, the better, in my opinion. So why not? Even though I haven't got a clue about comic books, you can teach me. No, but that's the hope. But that's why Rabbi brought me on board, and I want to thank you again, Rabbi, because I said this last week. Thanks for making me the host. I know it's early days, but I am learning a lot, and I'm actually, it's fascinating watching all these different creators come on, pitch, and show off their work. I'm loving it right now. So thank you for making me host. I really appreciate it. Well, it is your channel, and as you are the boss of this channel, would you like to plug yourself, mate?
Doesn't plugging yourself sound like you're going to put your finger up your ass? It does sound that to me, right?
It does a little bit, yeah. So I feel a bit uncomfortable asking Rabbi like he's plugging.
It's better than asking you to plug me. That would be strange. Listen, go to biblicalcomics.com, biblicalcomics.com. Lots of free comics there. Every Friday, I drop on Twitter a serialized, Oriental sci-fi thing called Red Ghost. Go and check it out. I do a director's commentary. I drop that on Fridays. And yeah, look, go check out my comics there. Biblicalcomics.com.
That's it. Absolutely fantastic. And that's it, I suppose. I don't plug myself because you know where to find me, so I don't need to plug myself. You know where I am.
And we're not talking about
most of you obviously support me anyway that are here, so you know where I am, Tardis Zone. But that's it. That's as far as I'm going. Y'all have streams up over the weekend, you know that. I had to throw the trailers up that Rabbi gave me. Actually, I do want to give that a shout out because Rabbi has gotten the trailers ready for this weekend's tweet-alongs. So come and join us for them. It'll be absolutely fantastic. And I think Rabbi has a competition on Sunday nights as well on the channel.
I do. I forgot about that. Here, let me just plug it.
So yeah, plug your competition again now. That'd be
right. You can win this Power of the Daleks. We have a competition each week here on the channel. Power of the Daleks DVD is the prize. All you need to do to win it is subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, and in the comments, leave the hashtag I am your servant. I am your servant. The hashtag changes each week, dependent upon the prize. If you're a comic books person, we often give away tons of graphic novels that we're giving away as well. So come on by and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe, but mostly subscribe. I'm getting close to 1,800 subscribers, and I would like to hit there eventually.
Fair play to you. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Well deserved, mate. Well deserved. You've worked very hard this last year anyway, so it's deserved. So if anybody deserves all the success that they're having is yourself. So well done for that. And he does announce the winner on, obviously, my channel, but that's the only plug I'm doing. There's nowhere to find me. I'm just going to stay quiet now. I actually just wrote up a tweet on Twitter, and I just wrote, I've been vindicated. I don't need to say anymore. And that's all I want to say, because that's all that needs to be said. As I said, and I will finish with this on Doctor Who Series 13 filming, I will say this: wait until BBC make it official. Anybody out there that's claiming that it already has started filming has been debunked tonight. So let's just leave it at that.
And I guess if you're watching this in the future, 1 year in the future, it still hasn't started filming.
Yeah, it probably hasn't. It probably hasn't. And with that, I'm going to say goodnight. I've been your host, Noel, but we had a great panelist. So I just want to say thank you to the Rabbi from another planet. Jacob, absolutely pleasure to meet you, man, really. And Chubb, absolute honor too. Guys, follow me on Twitter if you want to. It's the Tardis Zone 1. If you want to check me out on Twitter, and we'll arrange to bring you to my channel when you get a chance. Thank you. And Rabbi, thank you for making me host. And you guys in the chat, thank you for taking part. And remember, this is the format. So when we come on, try it's the same format each week. So if you come up with ideas, keep them in your head. And then next week, then when I ask you then round one to start, bang the ideas out. The more we get out, then I have a choice. I can choose from different ones. So we're not kind of doing the same ones all the time. So you have a week now to decide. It's the same thing. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll even put Rabbi's instructions up on a little video on YouTube later on, so you can go and check it out. I think that's the best way to do it. What do you think, Rabbi? Yeah.
I think give it a go. Give it a go, mate.
Why not? Why not? See you later. I'll talk to you.
Bye, everybody.
Enjoy the weekend.
Guys, all right.
Bye. I'm gonna end the broadcast as well because it's 12:37 for me, and it's about 5 hours past my bedtime.
Yeah, you need to go to bed. You need.
I'm going to say goodnight to everybody in chat. Thank you for joining us this live taping. These shows will post on Friday and Saturday, respectively. Come back on Wednesdays. We do video vault on Wednesday night now, and we dissect a movie. This week, come out next week is going to be Aliens. We're talking about Aliens as a movie.
Yes, we are looking forward to that one. One of my favorite movies. Yeah, we had an argument because I wanted to do Alien first, but you know, I overruled me. So
I'm clicking the end broadcast button.